Five. Right. We are back again with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. This is a terrible, terrible, dangerous time for the DM as my chair is on its last legs. It is listing to the right, so if you hear a crash and a boom during the session, call an ambulance for me. But other than that, we're going to start with our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as
Carrick Marsh.
We have Kronos as
Ardria.
We have Hadan as
Tilde.
We have Marcus as We have Semi as
Kristen Greysteel.
We have Tobias as
SBS PS.
Okay.
Has to be a PS steel shot.
And you have
She's
me,
still super
Yuli,
cool.
as your friendly DM. Who would like to get the recap?
I can give the recap.
Okay, take it away.
All right. Last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, in a magical time where we all do things. This is great. We as a group, basically were rejoining back together to start appraising and talking over everything when we were surprised that Telde was talking in a strange inflection and saying that, oh, well, I can solve the problems of these things, as the group was trying to talk through, the angels are ready to revolt and attack and do things, and Gifton was trying to bide time, and it turned out Miris wanted to have a nice little private talk with the party. So Telde took us out to the teleport circle in Furamir, then drew his own circle, explained that we should all try to memorize that circle, and explained how changing certain directions of a certain pattern on the circle changed which heaven you went to. And then we all teleported up into Miris's heaven, where Miris was sitting sulking on a stage. We had a talk with Miris, who was very seemingly genuinely upset about the death of Hevos, because they wanted Hevos to die in a different way, in a way that would have made it so Hevos went on in some way. That's their big plan, is making sure that there's continuity for all the gods that die. And that plan for Hevos is now gone, and he was very upset about it, or she was very upset about it, or they were very upset about it. It's hard to tell with Miris. Miris is kind of androgynously in between everywhere, all of the time.
Just say Miris is Miris.
Miris is Miris. Miris is their own entity. Miris then started trying to talk about bringing everybody in on things and what they were trying to do. Kind of brought us up to speed of that they had their big plan of stealing everything from everybody, and then that the process of them helping set up the gods coming back would destroy Miris himself, and he wanted it to be a big thing of we defeat Miris, and Miris implants the memories and stuff like that into the what will be the growing sparks of these new gods that come back from the energy of the gods that die. And then there'll be other versions of the gods that are gonna have time to develop and become their own people and such. Miris talked a bit with us about the dreamer. Miris talked with us about the idea that Gifton was kind of nagging about we should just time travel and fix it, and about the Sphinx's temple. We had many different conversations about doing things in the Sphinx's temple, or just various different types of time travel, how far we could go back, what we could change, and when. The working plan seems to be to try to go back in time as close as we can to sometime when Talal died, resurrect Talal, get Talal to work with us to build something, or come up with a plan to use the storm inside Saha, around the first major city of Hayas grand empire that used to be, to protect her people in the current day so they don't get attacked by Morgani, and then Hea doesn't have to get gravely wounded, and then maybe Hevos will live, and that can be the one thing that we change, because then Hevos can die and continue on naturally like everything else, and we'll have more time to enact the rest of the plan, which is using the stones of Lalasil's body to anchor the heavens. And we discussed various little bits and bobs there. We all were gifted magical top hats that can summon rabbits and do cool illusion magic. Gifton was given a spark of Mirus after requesting if she could take that from him, since he said he couldn't do it because he needed all his energy to revive everybody else at the end, so he couldn't spare a drop of his divinity. But she was like, this timeline's going away anyway, gimme. So he gave her that. It's in a hat. RG requested that Mirus give Raziel his damn wings back, and a wand was handed to Gifton that looks like a cool stage magician's black magic wand with the white tips, that apparently you can use the magic words "Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy" to give Raziel back his angel wings and such. And then the group headed off to Zaha after brashly summoning Raziel. And also during that, Echo got her form solidified according to Mirus. We traveled to Zaha. We used the special teleporter. We had Raziel with us and Denoran, and I believe those are the only people we brought with us. Gifton was basically going through Shaxan's old bag of things, trying to find out what was in there, and found Shaxan hadn't turned in anything that we were supposed to put back in the vault or whatever. We found the Temple of the Sphinx after a lot of looking around. Cassie was resurrected by Mirus and had traumatizing situations, which apparently the trauma was so bad from the insanity she lost all memory of what happened in there or something. I'm not really entirely sure, but she blacked out and she doesn't remember things as well. So Cassie's back with us. We found the Sphinx's temple. We, after a long period of time of Carrick and Corvus and others plying at the gate, they managed to open it up, get past all the runes. We walked backwards through the entryway for the riddle of you. If you wish to enter, you must not chase the past. You have to look to the, or you can't chase the future. You have to look to the past. And so we had to walk backwards through the doorway. We walked in, and then we ended session.
Very nice. Go ahead, take yourself a standard inspiration.
Okay.
All right, and then I'd like everybody to take a heroic inspiration in celebration of Kronos' birthday.
Oh.
And Kronos, on any roll tonight, you may have a +5 modifier. You can do this after the rolls landed and you want to boost it, you know.
Is it every roll or
No, one roll. I mean, if that's lame, I guess I could take it back.
No, I have to play the card.
Oh, you get more cards?
I get more cards.
Okay.
Oh, how sad for you.
I know.
Yay.
Yay.
I also got to play immediately. Short rest for everybody.
Hey!
Short rest. What? Oh wait, short rest is good. No, short rest is good. I will take that. That gives me my boon of luck and boon of fate back.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
Oh, I got an amazing standard.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Let me put this right here in the middle of the Kingdom of Brass.
I'm gonna put this out.
Ah.
Reshuffle this because I clicked the
You want the
wrong.
200 experience, right?
I don't want the 200 experience. Don't worry, I'm gonna do the math. I'll figure that out for later.
Oh, you should take your card back.
Another
All the
fucking
XP
You?
cards.
It's because I do a lot of the recaps.
I dropped 3
Yeah.
myself. So I'm gonna drop one if you can put it back in. I wasn't paying attention.
You can right click and take back. Right click and take back.
No,
No, he wants me to put one back in the deck. Right, yeah, put it on the table.
Okay, I went right there. I actually
You
drew
were
from-
supposed to
okay.
take a heroic.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
got a
yours is-
standard for doing the recap.
Sorry, then I
got
Everybody
that.
gets a heroic.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah. No, I just was laughing because I did this. I did the recap, so I got a standard, and then I grabbed the heroic. The heroic was less interesting than the standard.
Corvus's undying nature continues.
Cool.
Let's keep making me
Sorry.
zoom back in on the map.
I thought you were telling me that Corvus is now an Undine, and
Okay.
I do not trust this species 8472.
That's funny.
Okay. Right. Yeah, we will resume where we left off. Yes, you all head into the temple. You leaving the doors open behind you, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well, I guess, right? I
Mhm.
mean,
There's a
Nothing bad out there.
We cut the bar, so
There's a big force thing there, anyways. So
it's hard to get into the.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, yeah, we'll close it. Why the hell not? Sure.
No, you don't want to close it. Don't want to close it.
No, I'm scared now. I'm closing the door.
He was asking for
Thank you.
completely innocent reasons.
Closing the door.
You scared her.
Close the door.
Okay.
Close the
All
door.
right.
close the door.
Well, if Gifton's trying to close the door, that's a lot harder. So,
if I'm gonna go help her,
Alright, okay. In that
I
case,
thought she's Trixie right now.
It's Trixie right now, which is actually, I think, physically looks less impressive.
uh-huh.
I unfortunately still know she's not the strongest party.
No, I'm still
So, I'm gonna
even
go
even in
help her.
Trixie form, I have an 8 strength. I'm sorry.
Yes, protecting us from our dead ancestors. Thank you, Gifton.
I don't want the sand to get inside.
Well, I suppose it is fair.
It is a lovely place. I mean, they have been keeping it up all this time, right?
Type of character, isn't she speaking?
Yes.
Old
And-
Yes, I'm speaking
Uh-huh.
Ancient Zaha, which is funny because I actually speak Ancient Zaha, Gifton, but now I'm permanently speaking it and can't stop now.
I'm
Denor-
fine with this.
Denoran understands you. His replies are broken. This is someone that has studied the
Yeah.
language, but is not fluent.
Actually, I've got circlet, so
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I she can
I don't.
understand.
I should be able to understand you. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
just
it
it
makes
translates.
us.
It
Mhm.
translates. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna say anything anyways. 'Cause it was her and Denora talking anyway. So,
All right.
And maybe talking to Dingus, he doesn't understand a word.
Yep.
Hello, my beautiful baby boy.
As I had said before, the corridor in here shows signs of, there was forced entry before the gates were properly closed up. There's the signs of a few dead guards, angels, and so forth in here. But as
we
you,
should try Denoran, maybe later, after we do the time travel, we should go around and maybe do proper rites for all of your people, if we can. I think that would be good.
that's what is. You want to bury them? Yes.
She wants to give them death right.
Why can you understand my ancient tongue and I cannot?
Search me.
go up and.
Was this supposed to be a difficult tongue to understand?
You
Yours.
can't speak, the man who lived through it. Raziel just looks over at you totally.
I'm just gonna.
Yes,
tap
but it did
my,
not take me long.
Circlet and go. I have magic. I can't speak it though.
Raziel's just going to sigh and for yet another time with him being with all of you, is going to go around casting tongues.
Why are you batting with that? I understand them just fine.
There
I
we go.
was actually going to pretend to be mute for a little adventure because, actually, out of character, does tongues actually make you?
Now,
No.
I would like to
sound like you
say
speak the language? I didn't think.
there is sign of struggle in here. It looks like they had people guarding this, and then they locked it up.
I
That
imagine
means there are probably still people in here.
it has been a long time. But
It is a Sphinx temple.
yes, that's a fair point. Well, let's see if there are survivors, I suppose.
Out of character because we've been through these before. Is this part of the actual time?
As far as you can tell, you have not hit the strange time corridors yet. This seems rather mundane.
It does mean that we should endeavor to not look too angelic or dragony.
Well,
King
I don't
Min-
look particularly angelic.
I mean,
Oh, you look extremely angelic all of the time. Dear
look
brother.
down yourself and I'm looking at drow right now.
I know, I'm just saying don't flop the wings out. I won't flop my wings out, okay?
wonder what happened if I tried with. I'll have to try that later.
I should not have said anything.
Not,
Just put
not good
thoughts
enough.
into your brain. Okay, we go.
This
I suppose I should look different.
You good?
It is earlier.
You know, your horn is going to make an amazing hat rack.
Hmm.
Is it lit, by the way? I don't think this was mentioned at all.
No.
Okay. Nope, it wasn't mentioned. Nope, it's not lit.
It's not lit.
Okay.
There are clear spots on the walls. You can see like the rusted metal of what were torch holders. Torches long since rotted away.
I was gonna say Archie is still holding the lantern.
Then you can see those very well.
I'm also gonna dancing lights and just.
Oh, you can do that too. That's great.
Yes.
I can do that.
Remember, I used them when we fought that tank.
Just look with your special eyes, and Denoran's gonna smile at you, Corvus, as he covers his not gentleman eye up.
Corvus
Mr.
is fiddling with the top hat because he doesn't have the token of the dwarf.
Oh.
So
Not the dwarf.
I
What?
guess-
Oh, your Duragar form. Yes.
Yeah.
the Duragar.
Yeah. Unfortunately, only one of us was actively carrying ours.
Yeah.
Did they show you how to use your top hat, Echo? I can't. Oh yeah, I can understand they got tongue saddles on them. Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Echo.
We can only get two choices with this, right?
Yep. You only get two choices. I am not using mine.
I don't know what I should look like.
I think you're pretty.
I figured it's not bad to have this
I mean,
appearance.
Did humans? They weren't around, or they weren't there, right?
Not commonly in Sahar, no.
I will say that I do believe at that particular time frame, I don't think they were very friendly with the Morgai. So at the very least, your Hexenreich accent might cause a little bit of a stir. So you might want to work on.
Hexenreich sounded
forcing
nothing
that.
like him back then. Well, Hexenreich wasn't a thing back then.
Well, that's good to know because we never met anybody from back then from there.
Closest we had was, I think. Did we all?
You could
see Morganite
make
working?
yourself a very handsome little lizard man, or a very lovely lizard woman.
I did ponder.
I could be a
using
man.
doll for my first one.
You could. You want to be a man, Echo?
I will know what it's like.
You want to be a drow?
Now, that is what you are.
That is what I am currently, and also it is what the Norin is. And the Norin is quite the man.
Okay, Echo is going to try and flourish with her hat as she has been shown. 1 second. Let's roll her.
Oh, great. She's going to get trapped
Sleight
with the
of
illusion
hand.
she can't turn off because she's going to make a stupid word up.
The hat goes tumbling to the ground. She picks it up, dusts it off. Tries again. Does a bit better this time. Puts the hat on her head. Says, I'm Echo. And she now looks like Denoran.
I'm going to clap. That is wonderful.
I find the
A
choice
beautiful
of words
visage,
best.
my dear.
Ah,
Oh, that
twins.
is like sexy twins.
Archie's gonna
I have very
Dum-dum.
confused feelings right now.
probably gonna and she's gonna put the lantern down.
Don't
So
you
do
look
I-
like me as well?
Not that. She's gonna push the thing over the shoulders the same way as we're not. I don't know what I just go ta-da,
Lovely.
and looks like a drow. Comically 2 inches shorter.
Okay. All right. Do you look like a very argy drow, or
It looks like she kind of looked at Denoran and Trixie's kind of face and kind of extrapolated from that, so it looks like a little bit of them mixed with Archie.
okay? Do you got
They're
frizzy
cute.
hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
You still got the look like she liked the electric socket.
I do have to say, Denoran, I did not may not look like you, but when we were back, I did.
I thought they stole your name.
Yes,
I
did
am
take
the
your-
Denoran, and I have an
Denoran.
accent.
Yes. I am the Norn as well.
Echo is unable to do Denora's accent. She is trying.
I'm gonna actually start. Would it be a perform check to try to help teach her? Or like, what type of check would you like for me to like? Because I'm gonna try to help her. I've got that. Where's my button? I've got the thing where I can mimic speech patterns and accents.
In that case, as it's teaching, I want straight intellect.
Just straight in. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay, so you can do this as you're walking along.
Yeah.
You start trying to teach her how to do the accent.
Get it, but I figured it's helpful to try to help.
Which Denoran's going to try and help as well because he refuses to hear himself speaking that badly.
Is it actually his voice?
Yes, it's his voice.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That is very cool how your voice changes like that. I'm so jealous.
Oh, that means that my voice is the different voice too then,
Yeah.
because I was modeling off of the amulet.
Yep.
Brother, Corvus, Stelte, are you going to change? I know Cassie has already.
I may just go as a drow. 'Cause
I mean, we're not exactly back yet, so no hurry, Raz says.
All right, but
I will thank
if we run into anybody, you are my prisoners.
Wonderful.
I mean, fits for both sides.
It kind of is real either way you put it, actually.
I'm going to roll, I assume, either an int or a history check on this. Although I guess it's personal history, so... Can I remember much about what the temple guards looked like?
Oh, yes. You can remember, I mean, there's actually a couple of corpse examples in here, even.
More in the living form, but yes.
Yeah.
You transformed into a dead guy.
In short, I'll just say Jafar Klee. Yeah. Just Sphinx style helmeting, all that kind of jazz. The metallurgy that went into their armoring was quite refined and advanced seeming, even for the periods that you existed in.
I'm going to attempt to imagine a composite. When you combine the bachelors of each of the seasons of The Bachelor, and then turn on your microwave.
This is incredibly relevant to me.
Created.
Yes.
Yep. No, just a composite of various guards I could remember. So it's like, hey, that guy definitely looks like one of us.
So you're doing an amalgam of faces and just a general guard uniform look.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you go ahead just to see how well you sort of make this unique thing without making it look like a Skyrim character. Let's go ahead and give a intelligence roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay, you are not ugly. You actually look like a normal person.
And then I will sleight of hand. Turn off the advantage. I will just try to spin the hat around my hand and then toss it and hopefully catch it on the horn.
Okay. Oh, hey!
Damn, I should have turned on advantage.
Okay, Telde performs the greatest hat trick you've ever seen.
Question.
What's your magic word?
Right.
I'm writing all these down, by the way. To hand to the DM.
There's a reason why it's fucking ta-da.
I know, that's why I wrote down ta-da for you, and I wrote I'm Echo for Echo.
Yep.
Oh, right, words.
Oh, right, words. Wrote it down.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm realizing.
All right, words. It's the magic phrase for Telde.
Oh, right, words.
Wonderful. Yep, Telde now appears as a distinctly average, like you've seen them many times before, Sphinx card.
How did you make something that is so distinctly beautiful look extremely average?
It takes far too much skill.
But the also was the finest bit of. How did you with the hat?
Opening ahead, says Raz, just like idly while you're talking.
Opening?
Um,
What was Marcus asking?
yeah, what were you asking, Marcus?
The abilities of the magic does not pertain to the hat trick disguising.
No.
Nope.
They're independent of each other.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a disguise spell in there as well.
Yeah. Well, the thing is I won't be able to understand anybody unless Raz casts.
He already cast tongues on you.
Yeah,
I
but it
mean-
only lasts an hour.
The rest of us can't understand anybody unless we have a circlet or something either. I mean,
Oh, okay.
only
So
two
this is
people
just a
here.
disguise.
I
Yeah,
actually
only-
did learn the language because
Yeah.
I married a woman. I married a
learned
woman.
The actual
Only
language,
3 people.
and well, yeah, but only 2 players.
You could say that she studied the native tongue.
You
I
understand
did
everything.
study the
so
tongue
we
deeply.
the main thing.
I was saying
The
3
other-
because we were me, Gifted, and Telde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually have the languages. You just understand
Our
everything.
bullshit.
Corvus
You
is
have
going-
permanent tongues.
Corvus is going to roll the hat down his fingers like rolling a coin
Mhm.
along the brim. He's going to snap it and place it on top of his head, kind of bowed, and then stand up, medicum.
All right, give me a sleight of hand, please. All right, very nice. You put it off, and you transform into
A lizard folk.
lizard folk. Okay. All right. The opening ahead, which quickly comes into view with the various light sources floating around here, appears to be a set of double doors, kind of like the ones that were at the front of the temple, only these are made of much lighter material. Seems to be a wood of some kind. Looks lacquered. Strangely intact, despite their age. One is slightly ajar.
I'm going to knock lightly on the one that is slightly ajar. Hello?
Okay. You knock on it, and there's a little bit of dust that rises up, but little else happens.
I gotta start opening it. 'Cause I am a foolhardy
Is it-
adventurer.
Right. It opens up with a creak, revealing a larger inner chamber here. I'm going to imagine that people move their magical light sources further in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think Raz would have recast a dancing lights himself as well, so you guys have a bunch of little torches floating around.
And I'm gonna recast.
If they've got that, then yeah, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, we got people can see invisibility. Or just gonna actually close up the lamp and back away in her bag.
Right,
I just, I
mhm.
guess, recast it every minute.
Yep. Right.
Boom, boom.
Right,
Do you
peering,
want me to cast light on anything?
certainly handy if you need to see.
I mean, does anybody need light?
Yes, Echo says.
Okay.
Not particularly.
Oh. I'm gonna go over and I'll cast light on Echo's top hat.
Echo maintains wearing her top hat as Denoran, which is now shining brightly. She looks like a miniature lighthouse, a blinking. She's
Actually, I'm gonna cast it specifically on the ribbon.
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just this halo of light.
Yeah, halo of light
Whoa,
coming.
Whoa,
Whoa. There you go.
Beautiful.
Anybody else want a light
Meep,
source?
meep, meep.
It does not. What do you want, Dingus? You want this
Meep.
on your necklace?
Meep,
On your
meep,
harness?
meep.
Put
Which
it on
one?
the tip
He
of
wants
his
it necklace.
I cast it on his necklace.
Okay,
you go.
Dingus suddenly becomes very irritating when he starts flying around.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Anybody else? I don't. It's pretty free to do.
It's. I think we'll all maybe cast.
Bastion of the light source.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want me to cast it on?
Cass holds out the hat like everyone else.
Okay, I will do this just like I did for Echo. I'll cast on the ribbon. There you go.
Thank you. I don't want to be in the dark anymore.
I feel like putting it on your hat is a bad idea.
No, everyone's a miner.
Like
That for mining crew.
At least it's not on the brim of your hat.
That would be
Jeez,
fun.
that would impractical as hell.
Yes. Stepping into this inner chamber as the door is opened, the various lights lighting it up, you can see it is a good 40 feet tall. It is open with a large statue in the middle, a statue of a sphinx, shockingly. In each corner of the chamber appears to be the statue of what looks like to be a temple guard. There is a balcony going around the chamber as well. It looks like this is there's 2 floors essentially. One recessed on the second floor. The other, the ground floor you're on, just leading off into various other corridors. You can't see any immediate way to access the balcony up there.
Gibson's gonna head cant slightly and go, "Oh, she's almost as pretty as Gila."
Sure.
Actually, curiosity.
I think Aquila was the name of
Aquila was the other sphinx,
Yeah. Okay.
To
Almost
the
as pretty as
question to
Gila.
the GM, because I made the copy of the Sphinx locations, and I would have written it if they were written on there. Did it have their names for each of the temples?
Not this one. Well, but you had the name for this temple. You did not have an associated sphinx name.
Sphinx, right? Oh yeah, that's right. We had a whole thing that
Yeah.
didn't know who this one
Yeah.
was.
Yep. Oh, there's a balcony up there. I have no idea how we get up there. I look over at Carrick. There is no way that you and I know of a way to get up there, right?
How high?
Well, save that for if we can't find a way up.
I had a phone call.
I nod.
How high
We
is
don't
it?
know of any way.
Actually, how high up is it again?
The balcony itself would be about 20 feet up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you and I both can Misty Step up there.
Well, I can Misty Step, yeah. I did not know you could do it. You can do it as well? Okay.
Yes. I don't know who all else can. I also have.
Why are we
Dimension Door,
focused
so
on the
I can bring people.
balcony? May I
I don't
ask?
know. I'm just very curious because it doesn't look like an obvious way up to it. Shall we look around?
Yes.
There is a staircase in the corner.
Okay. So your immediate surroundings are on the western side of the chamber, and this is judging you've come in from the southern access. On the western side of the chamber, appears to be 2 doors that are unmarked. One of them is opens the wrong word. One of them clearly had a door in it, but it's gone. You can see like the remains of hinges, basically. And it appears to just be a room that looks like a common room of sorts. You can see like a sort of table that has like a couple of its legs missing. It's like rested over on one side. The scattered remains and a couple of intact chairs in there. Doesn't appear to be anything else from where you're immediate standing. The other door is closed.
It looks unfortunately like somebody may have gotten further in than I would have hoped.
I'm going to go up the statue.
Okay.
See if there's any inscriptions or anything on it.
Right, you head on up to the statue, and the statue has a inscription. To safeguard the future, the past, and the present, remain ever vigilant until the arrival.
I'm going to read. I'm going to say it out loud. Just found this inscription here. Is it? What is it? What language is it written?
It is in ancient Saharan.
Okay. Comprehend language still covers that.
Mhm.
So.
You read that on a statue?
I'm actually up at the statue, and I'm calling out
the
the
Sphinx statue.
It's here at the.
Yeah, it's got a
Sphinx
little.
statue.
It's not a plaque. It's just a bit of carved in stone on the plinth of it, essentially.
Okay.
I wonder who they are.
Likely warnings of importance.
This is
Cor-
the Sphinx Temple that we couldn't find out whose it was back when we.
East side of the room, looks like you have another large doorway, just the one, and then on the north facing room past the statue, you can see another corridor.
Corvus is going to fiddle with the ski. And he's paranoid. He's going to go to the balcony.
Okay, you're flying up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, balcony. It does just seem to run around the entirety of this chamber. You see one open entryway to access it. Apparently, that is on the east side.
He will turn back down to the main floor. There's an east side opening up here, but nothing else.
Okay.
And just because I'm curious, is there anything on the flooring at a vantage point looking down?
The floor is patterned, but it appears to be entirely decorative.
Okay. Corvus is gonna just slowly walk around its perimeter and go to the east entryway.
Off the balcony?
On the balcony, yeah.
Okay. Appears to be a door up here. It is closed. Basically mirrors the position of the door beneath it.
Mm-hmm. Is it locked?
Do you try it?
Yeah.
No, it's not locked. It opens.
And he's gonna look down the staircase or a room, hallway.
So you turn the handle,
Mhm.
opens. Are you then pushing it open?
Corvus is gonna sigh for a moment and call down. How? Just. Do you think there's traps involved with all of this?
How would I know? I don't know very much about their culture. I didn't think that they would maybe maybe they don't have traps. Maybe
All
they do
ancient
have
Saharan things have traps in them, Denoran says. And Raz goes, they took their security very important, so potentially.
I'm
seems
just
such nice,
recalling.
forgiving people.
I am just recalling
I
back
thought
to
that-
our experience in the dungeon of the Mad Mage.
I mean,
TM.
we knew the entryway was
TM.
booby trapped to explode.
You
so
mean
my guess
with
is yes.
glass?
Yes,
Her name is not TM.
I know it's not TM.
Okay.
So my guess is if they booby trap the
Archie's gonna-
entryway, they may booby trap other places.
There is a warning to stay vigilant.
Isn't the entire thing with the Sphinx temples that they are literally just a trap? If you are
Exactly.
not supposed to be here, you don't come out.
No, that's the tunnels.
That's the tunnels, but the sphinxes are in essence the time. And if I step through this threshold,
there are mundane sections to the Sphinx Temple for worship and so on. And I can't imagine that the Sphinx Guard spent all of their times going into, well, time tunnels. But I don't know when those would begin and how seriously they would stop people getting to them in the first place.
Archie's just gonna.
Well,
let him go.
I
You want me to try the door? I'm probably better at dodging than you.
I would expect though
Or-
that there is probably some.
I'll tell you, this
Is
is the
there a-
furthest I ever got.
What? But you said that.
Because that's not disconcerting.
I thought you
Yes,
said
that's-
that.
That's my
Nothing
great
to the
heist
wall.
was I was spinning a tale for you, Gifton.
Oh,
I mean,
Corvus is going to inspect the threshold for any sorts of traps, magical or mundane.
Okay, go ahead and give me a check with your thieves' tools, I believe it is.
Yep. Is it dexterity, intelligence? What are you looking for?
I'm gonna call it intelligence.
All right.
Okay. You check around the door frame and so on. You check the door itself without, trying to push anything. Doesn't appear to be anything.
To the GM,
Mhm.
because we have been in a set of the time tunnels. Can it make a roll because player can't remember and it's been long enough for keen mind if there was a difference when we entered into what seemed to be the time area or if it all seemed to be the same, like visually?
I will say you will remember it distinctly enough. There was an almost immediate change in like both things like air pressure, just general conditions. It smelt different. It is immediately different from the standard surroundings. It might not be in a way that you could easily explain, but you would sort of know if you had stepped into one.
We also like knew it when we stepped into it, not the moment before we stepped into it.
Yes.
We didn't visually know, so
Yeah.
Well,
we won't.
then
You
we'd
won't
know
be
if
able
we
to
were
see
in.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that way we'd know if we were in it already.
Yeah, it's just we can't prevent Corvus from stepping into it right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You are aware that from the outside it looked no different than a mundane.
I think more of my concern would be that door there has been forced. And the door out there was not forced, but there were dead people and dead angels, which means that if the door was continued to be forced, that meant that people backed up this way to defend, which may mean there are defenses. And also that way somebody was assaulting and went through.
Is the east door still standing?
And they did not get back
Yes.
out.
That we know of.
They could not have gotten out if the door was locked the way it was.
Yeah, they would have set off
Yeah.
and they would have set off the.
Which means that there is possibly an opportunity for us to run into a very angry angel who has been trapped in here for a very long time.
Are you saying we go the other way first?
I don't know. Do you want that to creep up on you?
That's the question.
I'd say just take it on head on, us.
But Corvus is already up there. He needs to come down. He might as well open the door.
I can come down by just jumping over the balcony.
Why don't you open the door?
Corvus is going to open the door.
Get on the floor. Do the dinosaur.
Okay.
And I am a
You-
lizard.
You start to push the door open, and
Yeah.
after about 10 inches or so, it thumped into something.
There's something blocking the passage here.
Oh, so have you tried the bottom one?
Can I, peer around it, or can I push it further? Or is
You
it
can.
completely jarred?
It's completely jarred. Well, you could try and put some more force into it if you want.
He's not a strong lad. He's gonna make an attempt. Athletics, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would like an athletics check, please. Nope.
It's stuck from this side. I can't get through. He's
Oh.
gonna turn around and look down.
Are you
My
just gonna
guess
go-
is that
give me a sec?
we
And-
could just find the other side.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna basically just run up the wall and pop up onto the balcony?
God, I forgot you can do that.
Yeah, I forget sometimes too. Looking at like the crack that's between the door and the door frame, can I see any of the ground on the other side?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Teleporting.
RG's going to focus for a second. Echo appears on the other side. Swap places with it, so I'm standing in the hallway.
Okay. RG.
Mhm.
There is no more interaction with you for the moment. Forgive me.
Oh no.
Your echo appears on the other side, right?
Yep.
And does your echo mimic you?
Yeah, we'll say it does. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's easier.
RG's echo is unmoving.
I don't know that RG can do that, unfortunately.
The RG, I think, went in. She left a portion of herself here. It's slightly transparent. Did anyone know she could do that?
No, RG, can you come down?
There's no response from RG.
The little transparent RG is not doing anything.
Oh,
Corvus will kind of wave in front of
wonder
it.
if she set off some kind of trap.
I checked. I didn't notice anything.
Perhaps we should try this bottom door.
That's outside the bottom door, yes.
Please allow me. Denoran's going to walk up to it. He's going to, try the handle. Seems to be locked, and he's going to pull out a set of lockpicks and start working at it.
Have you ever broken into a Sphinx temple before?
Oh, hundreds of times.
Like, are we?
There are hundreds of Sphinxes?
No, but I had to re-enter a lot.
Busted?
Yes, on the west side of the chamber.
Isn't that the way we were going to go?
Nope, you're on the east side of the
We're
chamber.
going east.
Okay, we are going.
What was the statue's inscription again?
Hey,
Something about keeping watch until the arrival?
yes, time through time.
Hmm.
The player actually, the character remembers. Keen mind. The player, an idiot, and has a horrible memory. So
Is your echo tangible or is it like misty?
Touch it. Touch it and find out.
Archie
Reach
goes,
out,
"Oof."
touch her.
It's a magical translucent gray image of me. Notably, since hers is a reflection of her soul, it's missing like a huge chunk looking like shattered glass in the chest. Part of like the head and the arm, upper part is gone.
It's not disturbing at all.
So basically, that's what RG looks like on the inside to you and me,
Uh-huh.
Corvus.
Yeah.
I only have a little
Um,
tiny piece missing.
Hey, Gifton.
Yeah?
You know how RG kind of looks all broken?
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah,
That
that's
upsets me.
what's here.
Oh. RG on the outside.
Inside RG on the outside, yeah.
Does
Oh.
Denoran seem to be having any luck?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I would.
I am going to
I
cast
also-
guidance on Good Norin
I was
because I
just saying,
care about him.
Since he's using stuff I'm proficient with, I was gonna kind of.
Um,
Going to.
He has advantage anyways.
Right.
Guidance.
Denoran, oh, you're guidancing him?
Yes,
Okay, that's a
guidance.
D4.
Yes.
That will make all the difference potentially. Not enough. Okay, so.
Oh, wait.
Mm.
I can
Do you-
wheel
Do
him.
you have a wheel?
I have a
today?
wheel. Yes.
Mhm.
Donoran, take this D6.
Okay.
That's not
That
good
is-
enough, but
So,
Smacks him with a wheel.
He had rolled well enough to open the lock, but not well enough to disarm the trap. But with your help, he manages to meet the DC. Right. There is a little puff of smoke that comes from the lock, and there is like a little tinkle of looks like a powdery substance falling out of it. And he should look over because that would have been bad.
yes, it would have been very bad. You should be more careful.
I'm a pro. And he stands up and opens up the door, and it just seems to open very nicely, and looks like it leads into a library. There's a very small little meeting hallway, and then it goes into a library. Unfortunately, most of the books in there look like they have long since,
Giving up
Right.
the ghost.
yeah.
Sad
I don't
Corvus
see a
noise.
stairwell that's going up to RG.
Well, do you want to enter the library?
Should I go in there?
Well, we're stepping dangerously no matter where we go.
Should we roll something along the ground like we are tomb robbers?
Oh.
Check for traps.
Yes, a very good idea.
George's gonna reach into his bag.
Donoran's also digging around his pack.
Just actually, I'm double checking that I have them and that I didn't put them in my at-home.
I have a bag of ball bearings.
That's what I was actually looking
I have
to
lunch, and he holds up what looks to be a boiled egg.
see. Oh, be careful
Dingus.
with that.
Dingus
It
wants
might not
that.
take it.
He is no longer holding up a boiled.
Characters should be about the same time as Gifted brings that up, bringing out a bag also of ball bearings. Great minds think alike.
He's here, my little friend, and he's actually going to toss the egg to Dingus, who is going to start, crunching through the shell very happily. And then Donoran is going to pull out what looks like to be a sort of transparent glass ball, look like a scrying orb.
I wish to ponder this.
this should do. This is weighty enough. And he's just going to roll it along the corridor, where it just seems to roll. Hits like some more uneven ground in the room. Looks like where the room's actually got some worked patterns in stone, and it just sort of starts as a bump and comes to a halt. Okay, corridor is not deadly, at least not at ground level to the weight of an orb.
So they
Live dangerously, my friends, and he sort of turns, does a flourishing bow, and just sort of walks backwards, arms wide, through the corridor.
Are you walking backwards just in case?
So that you can admire me.
Ah, okay.
I've heard Gifton say that she prefers to admire the other side of you.
Once he's inside the room, he finishes with a flourishing bow.
Following the door. He does have a majestic backside.
And there is a stairway in here.
Rarely have I seen a rival for the Norn's backside.
There is none. I will say Sailor has a fine ass.
Who all?
Buttocks of steel, you could say.
Yes.
Who is?
He just has a nice donkey.
Did Sailor come with us?
Nope.
I
No.
don't remember who. Okay.
You could
We
bounce a
literally
couple
don't
off of them, and I have many in a time.
On purpose or an accident?
All on purpose. Makes a lovely team.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna.
this is the worst
Okay.
library I've ever seen.
It is not looking like it is doing so good.
I wish I could say it was the worst one I've ever seen.
Oh,
The fire in the middle of one kind.
I
of.
see Archie.
What is going on with Archie?
He's sort of moved off to the stairwell and is just peering up it. If people want to go over and join him,
Yes,
you-
we'll trot over.
yeah.
We'll slither over.
Yep.
at the top of the stairwell is it sort of evens out before it actually hits the door that Corvus was trying to open.
Mhm.
At the top of it, you can see RG frozen in place, not by any apparent means. In front of RG, there is a angel who is bringing a angel blade down in a sort of downward stabbing motion, both hands on it as if to give it some force. And there is a Sphinx guard lower on the stairwell, standing before them, who is just holding some kind of device in his hand and pointing it towards the angel. And they all appear motionless.
Okay, so that
I'm
looks
good.
like it is a complicated option here.
And Archie's in the middle of the two.
Okay.
No, I don't think she's in the middle. I think she's.
RG's like
Is she-
back past the angel at the door.
Yeah.
So she's not in the path, but she is
she's in
near.
the
Yeah.
area,
But it
kind of.
seems
She's
that
in
the moment
influence area of the thingy.
that we break them out, that angel is swiping at this poor guard. Yes?
Mm,
Do you want me to
seems
stay up
more like
here?
Does
I mean,
anyone
you don't
have a
wanna jump
shield
through
we
the
could
door.
throw in
Come
between?
through the door, my
it.
friend.
I
Yes, we
can.
could put
Don't
the wall
do
of
that,
force
Corvus.
Yes.
Don't listen to him.
We
I
could
was
try
just
to
say
cast a
yes.
wall of force around the angel if it works. You want to try doing that first?
Wait, was that Raz telling me not to do something? Fuck it.
Just through the door I went through.
Cass is pulling wide load out right now.
And shooting Archie.
No, she's actually going to power it up. She's going to aim in the general area of those two that are fighting.
Mhm.
And she's not aiming at either of them. She's purposely aiming away, but she's aiming close and she's going to take a shot near them.
Okay. You take a shot, and about 5 feet away from actually a bit more than that, about 10 feet away from the Sphinx guard. It's a very strange effect that happens as the beam hits what appears to be some kind of field and halts. And then, like, the rest of the beam continues into that, and you just see this glowing spot of brightness increasing.
Intriguing.
Not okay. All right, so the Sphinx guard, they're not in their field, but they're somehow locked in the same thing by touching it. So if I try to touch their device, maybe I will get stuck too. I say.
Kind of like that.
The fact that her beam
Time
stopped
lock in the-
is stuck 10 feet away from that. I think it's emanating a field, it's not just a device.
Yes, I think it is. But I bet you magic still gets through because otherwise Archie could not have teleported in. So force field may work around the angel. So do you want to try casting that, Carrick? Because if we fiddle with anything and that angel gets loose, it will immediately hurt this guard, and we do not want that.
I could, well, as we know my shots are stopping, I could actually shoot him with a force shot.
I do not wish to kill the angel.
It won't kill the angel, but it'll hurt. And
It will cause a
probably-
fight with the angel that I am going to be trying to diffuse. If we start our opening with that angel with combat, that will be bad. What kind of angel even is that? Is it Hevos?
Do you guys want to roll to try and identify it? It is not the most clear thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Religion.
Religion roll.
The
Yes.
religion. I'm gonna burn a card for advantage. I know.
And yes, I can do a wall of force character looking at staff. If I will warn, it will be the last thing I can do with staff today.
That's fine with me because I think it might be useful for this.
Yes. I'm
Alright.
just. Carrick just wants to give the warning so that he doesn't.
I'm also gonna give myself wheel because I want to.
Oh.
29.
Say you're giving yourself wheels.
Yeah.
If this force is emanating from this god, I can maybe dispel it in the area.
Again, first we want to make sure
Yes,
that they
to
do not
contain
murder
the
each
angel,
other.
I know.
Also, if you do that, you're gonna need to be very precise because you don't want
Okay.
to make Carrick's force shield go away. That would be bad.
Well, not dispelled.
The
It takes other things than that. Sorry.
angel has no apparent religious markings on it. However, trying to peer around a little bit, you will catch a glimpse of a tattoo on its left arm that is mostly hidden by the sort of clothing it's wearing. But those of you that rolled above 20 will see what looks like to be a stylized version of the Eye of Morgani.
You sure you want to save this angel?
So there is a
We have plenty of
pretty
other
good chance that
angels
this is a
that
Morgai
destroy
angel.
others.
I mean, it's what my character would try to do.
Yeah.
That and we have like the.
We have
prime
Morgai
still
angels are
within.
friendly with us, so
I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is let's see what the luck is. So we're wall of forcing around the angel.
Okay.
Guessing it works
You
if we
wanna
let it
you wanna
down.
do a force around of the angel?
Yep. And now I have to make
Okay.
a d20 roll.
Go ahead.
That's expending it, and let's see what happens with the staff.
Roll a 20. No.
On a one,
what?
it failed. On a one, it stops working permanently.
Was that
so,
your last
Oh.
charge?
You
That's
wanna
the
re-
last charge for
Do you
the
want to
day.
expend a?
Oh no, it's a one. So it's a 2. It's fine. If
Okay.
I rolled a 1, it was going to become just a +2 weapon. And I was
You'd be so mad at me, huh?
that was no. That was I was holding a heroic just in case.
Right.
So
So the spell does manage to enter the field. It seems like magical casting bypasses this to an extent. However, you see like the barest centimeter of wall of force beginning to form from the ground up and halt.
Well, that's at least it's in the kitty of things that's going to happen. So that's useful. All right, so let's see how we can free the Sphinx guard and Argy because we have to free them to get Argy free at this point. All right, so we don't know if this is a magical item. Do you want to come down and do the examination with everybody else, Corvus, on this?
I can't see much from over here, but I was
Yeah,
more
don't-
indirect.
Come
saying
through
you
the
can-
door, Corvus. Stop that.
Raziel
know.
says you should not come through the door.
I am indeed
know.
saying that.
It's
fly
very,
down, go through the
vexing.
the east door, and come up here with the rest
Corvus
of
is
us.
going to click the ski and descend down to the.
Okay,
first floor
you're gonna
of the
go
balcony.
join them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can come around and see the site as well.
You know, I was
Carrick.
this close from going through the door, just to let you know.
I mean,
Almost.
tragedy. I know. All right, so let us. All right, we have very, very good visual people. The Norin, Corvus, give us a good look over. Raziel and Carrick, can you do the detective? I guess you can't because you're having to maintain the wall first. So, Raz, can you do the detective magic thing? Look at what it is.
He just gives you this incredulous look of the detective magic thing.
Do your wizard shiz.
Listen, I can do it too, but it won't help because I'm dumb.
I am going to literally reach
I'm
into...
casting it.
I was about to go. If you can't cast it, I'm going to hand her a wand to cast
I could cast it, but it's more the incredulity of your detective magic thing.
I don't know what you call it. It works different for me.
The spell
My magic doesn't work
is
right.
commonly known amongst the learned circles of wizards as detect magic.
Learned circles of wizards. I am a druid. I've been told that.
Why is it so much more fun to aggravate you when you have this accent?
Or people who are very much against wizards.
I have been told I am a druid, so I do druid
Are
magic.
we all detecting magic? I guess I would detect magic as well.
But you're more knowledgeable, so you'll see something better. I don't know what this is.
There is magic in front of you. That item that is being held by the Sphinx guard, as well as certain other things it is wearing, seem to be magical.
Just tell us it's the school of magic.
Cassie, how
Yes?
comfortable would you be with very gently grabbing this guard when we turn things off, and hauling him to safety?
I can do it. I've been hit by. I've taken hits from an angel before. I think I can take it.
No, drag the sweet little scorpion guard, who is much bigger than me, out of the way of the bad angel, and we'll get Carrick to get smacked by the bad angel man.
Oh,
Wait, were they all scorpions, or were they different things?
no,
It's a
thought
scorpion
the-
guard. So I thought
But
it was
this, no, this is Sphinx
No,
Temple
it's a
Guard. They are
Sphinx.
mundane.
Oh, it's a mundane guy. Okay, I thought it was a scorpion guard.
Haul him out.
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. Yeah.
I look like the one thing that he would probably be comfortable being hauled away from all this with.
Well, that's the thing is you're probably more security. Why don't you get the nice man out of the way, Carrick? You are going to go right face to face with the angel because I feel very comfortable with that. Having recently faced you in combat, I feel very safe with letting you do this.
Because I rolled badly. Did anyone say anything? Oh, we did mention Morgani.
Yes.
Right? Out in character? Because
Yeah.
Carrick rolled too bad to know that.
Unfortunately, that particular angel looks to be of a Morgai persuasion. If I say that all that I am a fae, they are going to lose their fucking shit.
Should I change back temporarily just to hopefully
A more guide to dragon.
Yes, can you do that? Just take your hat off. Say your magic word.
Well, the hat's already off, so we don't have to keep him on. But yes, Carrick is going to pull the hat out and
recite your poetry.
Yep.
Wow, you really made a big.
After this session, I'm going to ask you to choose a poem. By the way.
I will
have to say a whole poem every time.
Give me a couple days because I'll be honest.
Two roads diverged in a yellow wood.
Rage against the dying of the light.
I will have to look something up, but I have to go to bed after this, so I probably have to give you a couple days.
So I can
before next session.
I can target the device that the guard is holding directly and cancel out its energy.
All right, but why don't we make sure everybody is in a good way? What other precautions should we take? There are very smart people in this room. Echo, I want you over there. I don't want you in this area. I don't want you get hurt. Okay.
Okay.
Dingus.
Me.
Guard Echo.
Dingus. Big dragon. Guard Echo. Other room. Okay. Big room.
Yes. Big room. You get in your head. And he's going to sort of flap out after Echo, and then there's the whoop. And then you just see like this big dragon head trying to peer down the corridor at you, Gifted. Like eye presses up against doorway.
I will be out there in a moment, my sweetie.
Beep.
Beep.
I more imagine as meep.
Very
Alright.
slow.
Yep.
No, just
Alright.
train horn
we-
loud meep.
We have just, if anyone else is in this place, we have just warned him that there are other people.
To be fair, I've been knocking and talking, so it's fine.
Yeah, but that's different than that dragon sound.
Yeah, that's a very weird dragon sound, though. It's a.
Don't make me start copying.
Tilde, do you have any suggestions?
I am not quite sure. I do not recognize this device.
Would you be at all should we?
Tote, you can manipulate the sequence of time, right? You can move object out of sync. Shunt, temporal shunt.
Mm,
Not in that manner.
I don't know
is-
if
Was that
in
out of character? Is that Telde or Carrick who casted that?
That
Like, I
Walvor's son.
can temporal shunt, I guess, but I'm not sure if
Remember,
technically.
you might not have the spells because we're still on the same time from the trip through
Oh,
the Mad Mage. So like I know I'm almost out of spells. So that's why Carrick was on his last charge
Mhm.
for the
Yeah,
staff. So I don't.
we
Do you have
may
spells for
want
temporal shunt?
to-
Because we need to leverage who's doing what right now.
No, I don't.
we may want to. This is going to be in characters that's being asked. We may want to avoid too much time magic.
time magic.
Just
Yeah.
in case here we don't know what quite might happen. here with it.
Brother, do you want to maybe go in the other room, or you want to be over here?
I'm quite fine being here.
All right, that's okay. Tilde, don't let them hit Corvus, okay?
You know what I'm going to do though. He is going to make a wall of force as just a wall. That is going to basically create a wall between. It's in the middle of the room basically, so there is a area to hide behind from this stairwell, and he's just going to sort of point over and go. Cassie's laser beam is glowing brighter and brighter, I notice, and
You think it's
Get a boom.
Rebound.
well, frankly, it's compounding on itself. Also, we just placed an object in there, a couple if you count the wall of force and so on. I've seen what happens with the displacement of air in a time stop before.
Are you saying we should be on the other? We should all be on the other side of.
To recommend it.
Okay.
But what about the poor fellow in there? He's gonna get hurt.
Yes, potentially.
What about RG?
Potentially get hurt as well.
I mean, does not seem to be RG herself, so who knows what'll happen there.
Should we position someone up there to try and burst through the door at the last moment?
I'm thinking what Aras is saying is that when that dispels, there's going to be a very large cacophony of explosions going off.
Concussive waves and potentially explosions, essentially.
I don't think trying to push open that door is going to be.
That door's
Well
going to come
suited.
slamming shut.
It's going to probably get blown off its hinges and tossed into the other room.
That means, Cassie, you will be in a lot of danger. You're going to want to bull rush that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, you bull rush first. We'll dispel. Your time will stop. You'll be part of it. Okay?
Cass is going to start trotting around the room or slithering around the room, picking up speed, and then she's going to go diving right at the guard.
Okay. Alright. Cassie's movement only stops when she is fully subsumed into the field, which is unfortunately 5 feet away from the guard.
Okay.
Do you want me on this side or the side with you all?
Corvus, you are able to
Yeah.
put protections on people so they do not die.
Yes.
Can you cast it on that man?
Yes.
Without touching him.
I don't know about that. I have to touch him.
It is unfortunate you're not a sorcerer or have that meta magic bonus
Yep.
sheet.
And I can't do that either. That's touch.
That is, we have very little time on this, so we have to act. I am. I'm trying to double check what I have to do or what my my one music thing does.
Cassie's movement only halted when she was all the way through.
All the way in. So
You fancy becoming a dragon, Carrick?
I'm going to step back so that I will when I shift I am not going to be in there at all to begin with.
Yes. Maybe
you
best we
wish-
do this in the central chamber, and you can rip that door up there off its hinges.
Yes, that sounds good. We pull everyone out of the way, and the angel might take a little bit of a beating.
I can probably pull the door off the hinges without actually entering the room at all. How far are they from the door again?
It's about getting people out of the field so they don't
Yeah.
explode and die, though.
The angel is it's about 10 feet, both directions.
Remember, I pushed the door open and it stopped.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
it
that
got into the
Door
field.
was all
Yeah.
It got into the field.
I will point out, no, it didn't stop because it hit the time field. It stopped because it hit the physical body in the time field. The edge of the door is outside of it, and is thus technically still movable.
Oh, okay.
It's basically
So you can
thumping
pull
against the angel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great,
What
the
is
angel
my
got
ankle?
whacked
Yeah.
while he was frozen in time.
Yep.
So if we had a 10-foot spear, we could just poke the angel to death.
I will point this out because I think a bunch of your characters are familiar enough with this concept that you'd realize it.
That is not the button
The
I
more
want
you're
pushed,
doing to
of
interact with
course.
this field, the worse it is going to be.
It's gonna just yeah.
I
Uh,
could
I can't say
actually.
anything, but we should just continue with the first plan. Just
yeah.
I mean,
before we compound this thing into a small nuke.
I have a 15-foot reach, so I technically could pull guy out.
All
Right
right.
there.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you pull the guy out, you're moving the field, which will
That's
make
right.
everything come out of it. That's the
I'm-
problem. Is having you
Angels.
having you move it is like you can't pull. You could pull the angel out, but that's not great.
And we also don't know what the range is there.
Cassie's pulling the man out. Archie's
could-
stuck there.
Let's just.
I'm
let's,
dispelling the object. Carrick's going to bulwark the angel.
much range does
Gifton,
Carrick have?
Telday, Raz.
I'm just trying to think of any last minute thing that I could do, but
Can you project a shield around Archie or the
I would-
god?
I would be adding mass to the problem.
Hmm.
Carrick.
I was trying to think if I could layer some kind of protective. I could maybe.
I mean, my solution to this problem, Raz says, and is just going to open up his jacket and just pull out a few healing potions, is use these after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Let's do that. I was trying to see if out of character, I was looking for one of my temporary temp hit point abilities, but I can't do any of them easily without. Yeah, I don't know how they'd work with this problem, so I'm not sure. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna get behind the wall. Dingus and Echo. Carrick, you might stay nice and big dragon. That is good plan. Yes, good dragon.
Oh,
Carrick
get
could
behind the wall.
Dodge action for
Kara,
this.
Corvus will
Just
get
in
behind
case.
the wall. He still has line of sight on the object, though.
You can't catch through the wall.
You can't cast through the wall. You have to step out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Uh,
We
do you
ran
want-
into this last session.
yeah.
Do
Okay.
you want me to do it? Or are you
Wait a
okay?
second.
I mean,
I'm-
I
okay.
can do it myself, and that way I'm the only one risking.
What are
I'm
you
going
saying
to
at
do
us?
it. You're
No,
already doing
I'm not
something.
giving it to you. I'm tempted to him give the answer, but I'm not doing it.
No,
He's
that's
as
what I'm
clueless as
saying.
everybody.
Carrick, you're already doing something important. I can take whatever happens.
All right, you guys do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, what is the
so this
sequence
is-
of events?
If I
Corvus is
dispel,
dispel.
everything happens.
Corvus dispels. Cassie impacts. What is Carrick doing? Carrick's body blocking.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Shield reaction most likely, but yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, Corvus, go ahead and hit your dispel magic for me.
Whatever you can do to help Cassie is also good, and the other guy.
Okay, I need you to make a ability check.
An ability check is just rolling the actual stat thing, right?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
D20 plus your spellcasting ability bonus.
Right.
Proficiency.
No, it's literally just an ability check using the spellcasting
It's
ability.
an ability
Okay.
check, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's this.
This does not work.
Corvus, is that a problem?
It's more powerful potentially than I think it is.
Do you want me to come help?
How could you help?
I can cast spell magic.
That's right, you can. Yeah, because you did it on the rooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want you exposing yourself.
My husband worries about that sometimes,
Nope.
but he also likes it.
Fine. You
You have to-
keep her there. I will do it.
Also, I will allow intelligence checks for hints.
Yeah, screw it. I'll do a check. Great, low roll.
You're all
Yay,
dum-dums.
what the fuck?
You know what? I'm gonna
Can't
do
get a
this.
hint because she's too stuck.
Doing it. Oh, I don't get that.
That's a
Never
save.
mind.
Please
That's a
roll an
save.
ability
Save.
check.
Let me do the intelligence check. I'll spend a luck to reroll.
You're gonna spend a lot.
Congratulations,
You
Gifton,
got a
for being the
19.
smartest
There's
of the
only one
party.
You can get higher.
I don't just wheel.
No, I'm saying I spent a luck to reroll because I would have accepted that I rolled
yeah.
a 10. So I would. So I'm saying I spent a luck to reroll. So
Okay, that's unfortunately not good enough.
can I wheel? I'll wheel
Sure.
it. Wheel.
Congratulations.
Sure. 20. I'll give it to you. You will get a hint. I mean, it seems to me that the problem here is not being able to move through stop time.
Mhm.
If only there was a way to do that.
Like a freedom of movement spell?
Wait, Raz, can you cast time stop?
Yes. Why?
If you time stop, it stops time, but you can keep moving while the time is stopped, right?
Yes, I suppose that's the way to put it.
So if you stop the time, you could move through that field.
Yes.
Kind of think the freedom of movement is actually the
Am I-
answer.
No. That's generally the answer.
Okay.
Oh. I felt sincerely dumb there when you yourself. It was freedom of movement. I was like, I didn't think that interacted with time.
The only problem is the spell will end the moment I interact with anything in there, so better make
Yeah,
sure
but-
I do the right thing.
Yeah.
None of you know how to do this? No?
We aren't wizards.
I do not believe I can actually cast spells that strong.
I could make a simulacrum of you, and then we could send that in there.
No. Don't like that idea at all. So
Creating a
You know,
sim-
here's the question though:
Stop.
Are we really getting anything by sending you in there, though?
the ability to resolve the situation, perhaps. Retrieval of RG and Cassie.
And
Okay,
the guard.
It's minor matters. But we could continue on without all of them if you wanted, I suppose.
Considering
Just make sure that they don't stab me.
Which one?
Either of them, really. All of them, in fact.
I can talk down the guard. I may need someone else to talk down the angel.
I
The easier job.
talk to the angel.
Wink.
Looking
Never been
down
able
at-
to stop
Willing.
Ernie from throwing a punch.
Yeah, that is a point.
Okay, do you want to do this? Or do you want us to just try dispelling again? Because we could dispel again.
I'm actually having concerns about spells taking effect fully in there. You could try dispellation. You're able to cast that at a higher degree, Corvus?
I can with tasking my energy, but yes.
I can cast it at a druid 8th circle, or 9.
My only concern is those objects are likely sourced from Hera herself, if not something else.
And that's a
I mean-
concern. Why?
There's also
Because
the
dealing with
vault.
godly magic is...
Oh, high.
Or-
Substantial.
or it's something out of the vault and not and from
And if it's from the fault, then, well, who knows what future fountains of magic have...
exactly.
So you don't
Alright.
want... Okay.
If there is change of plans and you do go in there, there are ways that we can mediate some of the effects onto you.
Can you cast some resistancy things on me? Something to stop me from being immediately exploded?
Yes, come here.
Mhm.
And Corvus is going to put on his glove. Bend over.
Not until you give me dinner.
Corvus hands him a granola bar.
Right. I feel better already. And, mhm.
Better take this.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna work out well.
That's a level 9? What did you just do?
I'm protecting him.
Right. Right, shall I do this then? Carrie, do be a dear and lift me up there.
Can them up.
By the way, Foresight has just ended on Gifton.
Ah.
I had it cast on me.
Why would it end?
It immediately ends when you cast
Flashlight.
it on somebody else.
Oh, I see, yes. Okay. Right. Nobody gets to witness this, unfortunately. You don't get to see Raziel casting time stop. Well, you get to see that part. You don't get to see him moving
Most of it, at least.
easily into the field. You don't see him examining the device very briefly to, check its mechanisms. You don't see the look of horror on his face as he sees what's going to happen when he presses the off button. And then the closing of eyes and squinting as he does it anyway. What you all do get to experience, including RG and Cassiopeia, is the briefest of, like, not even a second, like a nanosecond of angry angelic yelling, followed by...
It's in Enochian, probably.
Can't tell because there's barely a syllable gotten out, just a... Ah! And then there is a boom of displaced air, creating quite a shockwave itself. That alone would likely rattle the chambers. But then there's the compounded, like, energy beam that has been colliding with itself. That explodes.
How many D4s was that? All of them.
Doesn't her beam compound on itself the longer it's...
Yeah.
It's less
No,
that
it
mechanic and more that a beam that's about 6 inches has been compressed down to no inches.
Yeah. Oh,
A black
God.
hole has formed.
So there's an explosion of total 97 damage, which Raz can actually survive. You know what? Raz knew this was coming. I will give him a dexterity saving throw. The rest do not.
He also had foresight, so he definitely knew it
Yes.
was coming. So he has
And it's
advantage.
an advantage.
And he's in range of me.
Oh, are you standing up there? Are you standing close?
Yeah, I'm standing close.
Yeah,
I'm
this-
as close as I can be.
I'm going to trust people to position themselves where they sensibly think they would be. This is going to have a 40-foot radius.
I'm as close as I can be.
I'm pretty close because I was lifting him up. So
Okay.
Mhm.
If you, I'm letting people decide if they think they would be in range.
I'm outside the 40.
I have no way to be outside the 40
Yeah.
because he time stopped while I was holding him. So I held him up. So I am.
No,
Stuck.
he would have gotten off. He was still talking a bit when you lifted him up. So I will.
So he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was able to get into the thing without me. Screw it. I'm still up front. I don't care.
Well, the way you guys took the door off to interact with things in the first place, right? And all you needed to do was lift him up onto the balcony.
Yeah.
You didn't need to hold him in
that's
place or
right,
anything. Yeah.
That's right.
I thought the guard was at the bottom of the stairs, and
The guard is
angel
at the
was
bottom
top
of
of
the
the
stairs.
stairs.
He's basically moving past them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he doesn't have to interact with it, so he can move from anywhere. Okay, yes. So then I'm down below the balcony then, because I would have
Yep.
built him up
Okay.
up there.
Right, Rez.
No, I
It's
would
gonna
be
take half
making sure I'm in
damage.
range.
What type of damage is?
Oh wait, Rez is a rogue. Never mind. Okay, Rez is fuck me. Rez dodges.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
What type
He
of
does
damage?
I take no damage.
This is force damage.
Okay. Is that just the beam
Yeah.
effect,
Do I take half
or is
because
that
I
all of the stuff?
get it if I fail at a save?
Frankly, I'm just doing the beam damage here. The other stuff would have like knocked people about and so on, but it's not so drastic that I feel I need to do damage for it.
Mm.
But that explosion does create quite the rumbling in the building. A lot of dust comes down from the ceilings, even a few bits of masonry.
Streams of sand.
A few thumps, and okay. Let's see. The angel is thrown. Oh no, the wall of force goes up like within a split second.
Womp.
We're gonna say the angel takes half damage because of the wall of force going up.
All right.
Wall of Force takes his arm.
Angry tree mod noises.
Yeah.
I mean, it was compounding.
Yeah.
The guard is blasted into the room, and those of you, any of you still in that room?
Cass.
Oh yeah,
was
Cass.
grabbing him.
This guy.
Well, Cass was moving to grab him and was halted 5 feet away from him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I think that explosion is going to throw both of you away.
Well,
All right.
make sure he lands on your softness,
Yeah.
Cass.
And Archie, you said you're okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I have evasion as well, so technically I still take half from the failed save.
Oh, did you roll?
That'd be great. You said I don't get one, but it's if I fail a save.
Okay, yep. You don't get to roll, but if you fail half, so half damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Cassie. Do you have any mechanisms to reduce that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Right. You and the guard, amazingly both. I'm pretty sure still up and alive. I know your HP's high enough.
The thing is I haven't had a chance to heal yet.
Oh, right. That's right.
Well, actually, you got
You stood up. Okay.
You got resurrected by Miris. Of course, you have
I
full hit
wasn't
points.
resurrected.
I don't know that.
Yeah, she was just pulled out. Yeah.
Technically, we had a short rest. Did you have any hit?
She did not get to rest.
No.
No,
We have to
short
start
rest
the-
'cause of
Oh,
the
at the start, yeah. Yeah, you could have spent some hit die. But yes,
if you had any left.
Cassie and the guard are basically thrown into the library room. The guard landing with a loud metallic thunk from his armor. And anyone in the library room can see that this is not doing well. It is starting to collapse. There is a increasing drop of bits of the ceiling. The walls are crumbling. That stairwell is caving in on itself.
I am grabbing the guard, who is probably still shell-shocked, and I am running through that door into the main chamber again.
Okay.
Slithering.
Yeah. No, at this point, I think I'm on tippy toes of tentacles and just like...
You're doing the octopus run.
Maybe slower, but yeah.
I am going to telepathy to Dingus. Get Echo out through that door. Go little. Go through corridor. Go quick.
I thought you asked Echo and Dingus to wait in the main chamber, which you guys are in.
It's only the small chamber that's.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's only the small. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
The library chamber is collapsing.
Okay, library chamber is collapsing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Carrick. I don't want them to get stuck in there.
Raz can teleport. Go.
I'm gonna fly on up. And
RJ's just gonna have that moment and go,
Um,
oh fuck, and start running because she understands ceiling falling the fuck apart.
yeah, the angel is sort of whirling about in the chamber. Thankfully, they were close enough to the door, and that stairway collapsing on itself. Like you can see rubble piling up behind that wall of force that it's in.
Oh, okay. So I don't want them to get trapped in a wall of force in that room.
It does not. It does not look like it's going to trap them.
All right. And make sure everyone gets clear. Okay. You're all right. You're all right in there. You're all right. No one's going to hurt you. You're okay.
Release me. It says in ancient Saharan.
Can we hear through the wall of force?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can hear through the wall of force. You just can't target with spells and do shit. Anything.
I'm going to drop the wall of force.
No, don't drop it. I didn't tell you to drop it.
They're telling us to drop it.
Yeah. Right. You drop the wall of force. It steps forward. Points its blade towards you and go, kneel and submit, and I shall show you mercy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going angel mode.
Looking at the angel in dragon mode, you're welcome for saving you.
It opens its mouth, and then it seems to click into place that, hang on, this sight doesn't make any sense. You see a moment of hesitance on its face as it's regarding Carrick.
Yes,
Gifton, it does not actually seem particularly taken aback or impressed by your angelic form.
You were.
Well, I'm actually. If you were talking like that, I'm not gonna activate angel mode. But I'm gonna flare the wings out and go. You son of a bitch! I'm trying to help you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Acts of mercy to an enemy are honourable, but they do not change my duty.
I'm trying to save your goddamn mother from dying. Calm down.
I do not view you as an enemy. I believe you unfortunately do not understand where you are, when you are anymore.
Cariel, right? Raziel says. And she squints.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Cariel, if that is.
You have been in prison for 10,000 years, my dear. Or something like that. I don't know. When did 8,000?
Sounds about right.
Something like that. I don't know.
A bit over 9,000, a bit out of 8,000. We're actually approaching the 700 plus years on it now.
Oh, it's a bit less than that? Okay. But you've been stuck in a time thingy. I don't know if you realize that everything's a lot more dusty.
Yes. We all are.
They are taking a look around. And they're lowering their sword. Morgani angels aren't stupid.
Carrick is not showing any signs of aggression, no tail or anything like that, so just standing there.
This could be some of the temporal manipulation on the part of the Sphinx Guard. You've made your surroundings look strange. Conjuration of a dragon.
Pretty
that
sure
is not the conjuration of a dragon. Carrick is a dragon.
Yes, I'm going to. If you would like, I could change.
Gifton.
Elf form.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear a lonely call on Angel Radio. That seems to go unanswered.
I am sorry, but sister, they cannot reach you inside here.
We are.
Whose are you?
Inside of a storm.
I am a dead god. You have missed many things.
You meaning to tell me that...
A long time
Was it
ago?
the child? Did she strike one of ours down?
No.
No. It was not. It is very complicated, and you wouldn't believe me. That you have a lot to figure out in a very short time, and I am very sorry for it. A long time ago, you're kind, and some of them didn't stand with you, but some of them did. You assaulted this place, you killed their peoples, you wiped her out, and you had her imprisoned. And the young goddess has been locked up ever since. She was recently released, and she has been reunited with her mother and father. There is no quarrel with her now. There is no quarrel with her people. Unfortunately, events happened, and the first dragons have returned to the world. There is a lot of madness going about, and the people of Morgai have suffered greatly.
There is very few of us left.
There are very few dragons left in the world. Carrick is special, and we must protect him.
This is so nonsensical with hell that I doubt you're fabricating it, but I'm not sure.
We are hoping.
Would you also
to
please roll
use-
me a persuasion check while you're saying this?
Yes.
Which one of us?
One of you, whoever. Actually,
you do it.
Gifton is doing most of the talking. Gifton will be rolling it. Carrick can lend assistance.
Get advantage.
I know you got advantage, but I get advantage anyway because you're helping me, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is it sounded like you have
get
to roll.
advantage.
So you get
Doesn't
advantage from me.
Okay.
20, my dang 23. I will
20.
eventually roll that.
Funny, it's not bad. I'm gonna roll my one more of my wheels. Going through those today. 31.
Okay. They lower their arm entirely. They haven't.
First dragons have returned, and unfortunately, the madness has spread through the Morgai people and through Morgani herself. She sequestered herself for a time, but she is caught in rage, and she keeps lashing out at her brothers and her sisters. She has struck at the homelands of every single god, and she has caused the death of Hevos this day.
They walk to the edge of the balcony and hop on down.
Good.
Corvus prepares.
I'm gonna
Will
actually.
not harm them.
I'm not
Follow down.
going to, but if they do something.
I am leaving.
Find Sidriel. They can verify what I have said.
There's an issue though.
Sigdrill. Where's
that.
Sigdrill?
Sidriel is Morgani's prime.
There's a different problem. I don't know if
Don't think they can
anyone
leave.
can get out
Morgani's prime.
the dome.
Yes, Morgani's prime. Sidriel.
She is one
I'm
of
gonna
our
make a-
archangels, but she was not.
I'm gonna.
She was the prime 10,000 years ago when we went back, I thought. Just for my notes had.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Wait.
Since I don't know this one's name. My roll anything. I'm guessing it's just the.
Oh, you're right.
Diet.
I'm getting my gods mixed up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Right.
Sidriel is your prime, yes?
Please step aside.
You are free to go. I will warn if you find yourself unable to leave.
A great storm encompassed the city after the gods made their final strike, killing everybody in it.
So I am unable to leave.
There is a teleport circle.
If we took the
we-
time, if you cannot use it, I could activate it for you. Get out and go from
I
there.
am going to go into my bags and I'm going to pull out a sack, and then I am going to.
We can take a nice leisurely stroll.
I do not think that they would like to be hampered with the presence of a bunch of mortals right now. Here, I trust that you will find the right thing to do with these. I was gathering them to bring back. I'm going to give them the bag of angel blades. I do not know many of these names. I do not know these people. They are before me.
If I cannot find a way out, I will find you again.
Please keep in mind, these people are no longer your enemy.
I will hold my blade until I hear word from my lady.
Is 18 high enough to know anything about, now that I have a name to the angel?
Nope, there is no recording of this angel in any of your modern mythology.
Okay.
They were a minor angel who got stuck in a time bubble a long time ago.
No, I'm worried we have an archangel that's about to go crazy.
You can actually quite clearly see by the rather mundane blade they're carrying.
Okay, yeah.
They seem to be standard affair.
Okay. So,
Be
there's
safe,
people out
sister.
there.
Watch out for traps.
They sort of dismissively. Actually, it's not even dismissively. It's more like sort of like curious. But they are going to head for the exit corridor, and without a word, they leave.
Gifton's gonna dismiss her wings. Alright, back to this.
Where's the guard? We should
I
probably
drug
see
him
to-
out to the main chamber.
Yep. The guard does look dazed. By the body posture, they look dazed. They have a basically full body armoring. The Sphinx guards you saw back in your first visit were armored with the same sort of stylings, but it definitely looked more ceremonial than this does.
Corvus,
This is
give him a look over.
Yes.
Okay, you want to get them out of their armor?
Yeah, get them out of the armor if you can.
Get the cat out.
All right, who's doing it?
Cass is going to poke on his forehead.
Well, there's no. Well, the helmet.
Yeah. Tank.
Yep, you tink the helmet. The helmet is actually very heavily connected to the shoulder plate somehow, and you start examining this, and you don't know how to take this off.
It's very
like a
connected to the
Jafar.
shoulder
Like I
plates.
said, can open.
Can I say something?
Hmm.
You want to open... How do you get this off? Because we can't help you if you're inside of that.
Blade. Got to get them out.
Oh, for the love of gods! I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on them. I sound very broguish all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Everybody plan.
I thought you were still in the other room.
We're all
just-
sitting
You,
inside the
yeah,
main
you are all in the
chamber.
main chamber.
We're all
You ran out
inside.
of the library room into the main chamber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were still in the library. Okay.
No, the library is what collapsed and that you fled from.
That's where you
There.
landed.
They can have a little piddly 12 hit points. That's what I'm giving them.
They can't. A bunch of lines on the armor seem to glow, and
Fancy.
you don't really see anything else happen after that. And they still seem to be a bit out of it.
I think your spell got consumed by its armor.
Oh, interesting.
You figure you'd make us, if you've got a system that sophisticated, you make it sophisticated enough to not stop good magic.
Well, if you are dealing with the divine, it was probably stopping all divine.
I mean, I could have
Mundane healing!
Yes,
You
that
get
means
through
you
the
and Cassie
armor.
can figure out how to get out of the armor, like Cassie was
Alright.
trying to do.
Is there a mouth slot?
No.
Okay. No
Is he
potion
like
then.
is he like the gold guards?
Very much so.
Headdress?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Jaffa
Oh.
Cree!
Over my years, I haven't really dealt with this stuff, did I?
Not to this extent. You saw the Sphinx guard outside, which had exposed body parts and all that. This is a full armored figure, and this is different breed from what you've encountered before.
Can I investigate the armor for any sort of mechanism or
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
okay. And true sight if that gives anything.
Won't really help.
Okay.
Investigation check. I will say you're only 4 points off the DC if anyone can help you.
I have 2 more of these that I can give, so I will give you 1.
Hey!
Yay!
Right. Okay, you do actually find around what would be sort of the neck of this helmet, there does actually seem to be a button that's sort of recessed into the patterning on this. But pressing it on its own doesn't seem to do anything, and then you find a matched one on the other side, and you press those down, and there is a hiss, and then the helmet sort of folds into itself, it retracts, and you are all then met with a skeletal face. It's not a shock to most of you these days because you're well acquainted with undead, but probably not what you expected to see here.
Oh, no wonder it didn't work very good. Are you alright? You get a little rattled.
What?
You're a little rattled.
Rattled?
You're
You
a
took us.
skeleton.
You took.
I
quite
wasn't
a
making a
bang.
joke. I'm just saying that they are probably
Emma,
rattled from
what?
the explosion. You are a Sphinx guard?
Yes. Yes,
How do we help you? You are hurt.
They look like they're doing that sort of uncoordinated. They're trying to do a motion. They're bringing in an arm up, and the other is like trying to come up as if to interact with the other arm, but they just sort of they slap at their forearm a bit.
Alright, they'll tap your forearm for you. How's that?
Time was not properly stopped, was it?
I don't think so.
It feels strange.
Oh no, dearie.
Wait.
Are you aware of your current situation?
They actually reach gaunted his hand up and touch their own skull.
I'm going to kick out a mirror.
So that is why I do not feel my breath.
And why we probably cannot heal you to any substantial means.
I don't think that they are very badly damaged. I think it is more disorientation. This is probably very changing. But you're all right. It's fine. It's fine. Pat. Hello. We are travelers here.
The civilians.
The angel is gone. I don't know where they are. But that is quite interesting. Have you?
Quickly,
do you know
we
which way
must
they went?
get you to safety. And they are slamming the buttons on their helmet, closing it again.
The danger is
Hold, brother.
You,
A moment.
there are others still standing. I thought I was the last.
Because you
He looks
took the
like
guys. Yeah.
Has the attack ended?
Yes.
Attack is over. There's no more combat outside.
So they relented. Good.
It is not very good.
We should not beat around the bush with it.
It is not the time you think it's.
I see.
It has been 8,000 years since the city was assaulted. Or 7,000, if you want to be more specific.
No, it was 8,000. I said 700 years over.
Oh, 700 years over. So 8,700 years.
Yes, roughly.
Basically. Yeah, roughly that, yeah. It's been a very long time since the city was assaulted and the daughter was imprisoned by the gods.
Oh, are you in the common area yet?
We are
As a modern era, it's the term he uses.
I don't know what the modern era would mean. We are in a time frame where the goddess is free again.
Good.
The daughter is free right now. Hevos just died. Are you up on that?
I'm sorry, it just seems so casual the way she said
Travis
that.
is dead.
That is not something I was aware of happening.
It's not supposed to happen. That's why we're here. We were trying to see if we can do something. But supposed to is malleable. I understand, but I think it would be better for the daughter. She is critically injured and was nearly killed.
Who are you?
We are complete and total strangers to you, but I promise you that we, well,
Your
some
names.
of us.
They're a Sphinx Guard. They probably have a register of time travelers.
I don't know if this is really good for me to do because I don't want to mess up time.
Well, that man is clearly
But
he,
the half.
is pointing at Raziel,
Oh.
who is not disguised yet.
I mean, technically, I'm not either because I took mine
Mhm.
off.
This is my brother Raziel. I am a
Gift and glaze still.
gift and steel.
Which one you would be? Ajay, Calico Mask here?
Yes.
Corvus.
Yeah.
As you're here, you would be the one masquerading as one of the Define.
Yeah, though it's a borrowed form that was given.
That would make you tell the.
I figured
Ah, yes.
it was.
This is Echo,
Who
is that?
and this
I
is
will
Dingus,
Remove
and this
the
is
disguise.
Norin.
Forgive the deception.
Greetings, long wanderer. So to not.
Alright, I feel like Sphinx Temple has been doing way too much educational work.
You are important figures, and this suit will not sustain me long. Come with me, please.
What do you mean it won't sustain you long? I don't want you to die.
I am already dead.
He's
think,
been in a time bubble. And
don't
maybe
think
something more.
It was an experimental device. The angel likely survived because of its divine nature.
Makes sense. I'm gonna start.
Well,
following behind
let's
him.
not dally on it then.
Yeah, so let's talk more going.
Let's go. Alright. So you know who we are.
Yes.
Who are you?
I am Morin.
Did you say Merlin?
Marlin?
Marlin.
Morin.
Morin.
I think it's Morin.
Morin.
Is it Morin?
Morin.
Morin. That's
I-
probably not how it's spelled.
I had that one with damn, Morin's good. I like that. Shit.
I am Marlin.
They stand. You see them take a simulated breath, like they're just out of habit, before they start marching towards the corridor on the northern facing. You'll follow along, I imagine.
Mhm.
Tell me, what are your recent events?
Morgani just struck and all the holy sites in the world. We were about to we just freed the Fae in Hexenreich and Faramir. The first dragon of the physical was defeated about a month ago now.
We met a maid.
Hea has been yes, so we have met the Graven Queen, as she is called, with glass.
If Torlo were here, he would probably know which stabilization you were on, but I am not as long-memoried as he.
Well,
A lot of
stabilizing the
time-
world for the wake up, right?
A lot of times connect to this place. Many of them vanish, but once they are connected, others remain for the time. Not all of them maintain.
Like grandson's letter. It is not connected anymore.
Did you get that letter when we first went back?
No, I got it when we were in the Fae. Remember, everybody got something really neat from the deck of many things, and I got the piece of paper that I could write and ask questions on. That's how I met grandson.
As Morin is stepping forward, you see him suddenly shudder and drop to his knees.
Oh no!
No,
Here.
Do you want us to help carry you?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Lean on me. It will be all right.
Then you're not strong. We'll be your friends.
We'll try and help him up.
Carry carry on.
You do have to support quite a bit of his weight, but he does start to move again. The suit itself seems to be moving sluggishly, and sorry, maintaining my consciousness is draining the power quickly.
If I put powder into your suit, would that help?
I'm afraid, you may grant me minutes at most.
I will give you minutes then. He's getting 3 more castings of Cure Wounds. I'm just taking it off.
Is that actually going to help him, or is that going to do
I'm
the
pushing it into the
opposite?
armor.
Again, the lines in the armor seem to glow, and it does move a little easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it becomes quickly apparent that this armor is running off of magical energy that's poured into it, which is a marvelous defensive feature.
There was a brief fear that it would actually work the opposite way if it would be drained by.
It would be passing on that healing to him if
He wasn't a skeleton.
But yeah, he's able to lead you further, and you can all feel that strange displacement.
Yeah, here we go.
You know you've stepped into these strange twisting corridors, and yet he just seems to lead you rather strongly. You don't run into any weird dilapidations. There's no traps or signs of lost people that have died in this twisting maze. It actually seems very well kept, no matter what its time displacement is.
As I walk in, Archie's just going to idly comment, why does my mouth taste like...
The fact that they cut off for the last word makes it a horrible sentence when you can fill in the blanks.
Tin.
Tin. You do have fillings. Braces. Oh, wait, no, not yet. Not braces yet.
What's up, braces?
For your arms or your legs? Bracing?
Yes, well, yes, bracing.
But you put them on your teeth.
Yes.
Ah,
That would be very inconvenient.
that's what I do with that. I could bite better.
I do wish I had spoken more with your people.
We are a reclusive sort.
Yes, you did not seem to want to get food with me.
We learned early that meal times were a good way to spill secrets. We watched you, for as long as we lasted.
I did not spill secrets while eating. That would require having a food not be in your mouth.
There we are here. Her Holiness will receive you.
Thank you, Morin. You have done your duty. You can rest.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I'll give him a hug.
The very slowly pats you on the back. Before says, "For the future, the past, and the present, my friends. Good luck." And then the suit suddenly
Collapses.
slumps. The arm releasing from your back as it drops to its knees before you and just slumps over.
I could resurrect him.
How about no?
You would resurrect him without any skin.
I mean, Vermeer exists. Let's...
No, he would die immediately, is what I am saying. Resurrection spell, you have to cast True Resurrection to replace lost organs and body parts.
That's the man. Let him have his rest.
Denoran actually nods and goes, "Resurrection is for those with duties left unfinished. If he has finished his."
He deserves his rest.
Yes. Perhaps it is best to accept.
Can you help me? He's kind of heavy.
I'm gonna.
Looking on him when he suddenly went lump.
Archie's going to help get him off of...
Okay, as a couple of you move up and free Gift and laying
can we
the
explain
man down.
in a way and look over to the Norton? Is there anything we should say?
Yes. I'm not familiar with the teachings fully, but I know enough. The Norton is actually going to go over to him, and he's just going to sort of kneel down, and he does say a prayer in his best attempt at ancient Saharan. It's a broken prayer, but it's a prayer nonetheless. Just seeing him into the loving embrace of the daughter.
Author.
Yeah.
Amen.
Right. Now, I get to see a glorious Sphinx.
Yes, maybe you can bed one.
Oh, I should try my smoothest moves. I'm sure that they are as grand as the statues.
I'm waiting for the upside his head from his wife.
Oh, she would be proud.
She's also drow.
Does she have two wives and a husband, or does she have a husband and a wife?
Oh, he's got two of each.
Can't remember. Two of each. Okay. I'm like, I knew he had multiple. I just couldn't remember if there's multiples of both or what.
Listen, he's been trying to influence Gifton's lifestyle. It's complicated.
I have a feeling that neither of them would.
No, resentment influence Gifton's lifestyle.
Right. You'll step into a main chamber. There's sort of this pale blue torchlight around the perimeter that suddenly flashes into brightness as you'll step in, revealing a large statue of the goddess Hea in the middle. I won't bring up the picture again. You all saw it in time enough. But yes, there is a large statue of this goat-headed monstrous creature, which they connect with her. And you suddenly hear a booming voice. What was that?
Are we in that specific temple?
No,
No.
It has that look.
No, it's just a common architecture.
And RG hasn't been there anyway.
Yeah, you'll hear a booming voice saying, "Who enters my domain?"
Very many foolish people.
Hello.
A large shadow is cast as something moves behind the statue. You see the large, imposing shadow of a sphinx stepping forward.
I am General Gifton Greysteel of the Baratheon army.
And then you see stepping around the statue,
Of the power of the Feywild.
a sphinx that can't be much larger than a lion. Coming around.
With a baby.
Jumping down.
Frankly, I was expecting tinier.
Onto the floor and padding up to you all and just going, "Gifton! Holy Mother!"
I'm scared crapless of this cat.
Congratulations on learning yet another.
What brings you all
title.
here disguised?
Tarek has
I'm not
actually
disguised
converted
anymore.
We didn't
Oh.
know if there was going to be
Tarek
any
going to-
people in this place, you know. that
Tarek,
would
you
be,
look really well.
Thank you. I am guessing we have
Tell
had a
they.
different time.
Where's your red arm?
I
Why
didn't
do you have a
recognize
red arm, Tilde?
It was a phase.
Wait. The Noran's alive. What?
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 Oh.
Different time than you're thinking.
I don't want to be here anymore. She said something about the born not being alive.
Do you know me?
If it helps us-
No, but if you
No,
speak
this is the first time
slower and louder, I might.
Oh, fuck. I messed this up. Okay.
Oh, you said fuck.
I
You are
didn't-
not doing a good job as a holy creature right now.
I mean, she suddenly sits, sort of her tail folding
Oh,
around.
so
as,
you are just a littlest sphinx, aren't you? You're not like Aquila at all.
her eyes narrow a little bit. As the daughter's latest creation, I am the size I should be.
You're the baby.
Not the
Adorable,
baby, I
believe
am
is the
just
correct
growing.
word.
What is your name? if
I'm
I may
Tammy.
ask?
Tammy. That is a cute name.
It is a majestic
Decisively
name.
not Saharan.
Are we in the Saharan temple?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a not Saharan temple that you hang out in?
No.
That
Oh,
sounded like a
you.
lie. You are
There's a
literally
yes
lying in
there.
front of a lot of people that know about lying.
Ah, intriguing.
I'm gonna pull out the.
It's
map
okay. I don't
have.
mind if
This
you
is my
lie.
first out of sequence event, okay?
Oh, have you been like running a very linear lifestyle?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not. She suddenly closes her mouth really tightly.
It's okay. We're messing with the timeline anyway, so it's gonna be okay.
It's going to be all fine.
Oh, right,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So you see, we're going to be going back in time, and we're gonna go very quietly take Talal.
You
away
want to low and
and
the
making the-
fault.
Yes, we would like the vault and Talal, and we're just gonna do a couple little things, and we're going to try to save as many people of, Hayas and, Hea and maybe Hevos, and then it will be right out of your hair. And apparently, we will be visiting you again at some point, and we will know you a lot better. And hopefully, we have a nice meeting, and you don't mind us, and that's okay.
So this is all going. I'm pulling out the map and I'm double checking of the Sphinxes, since she says she hangs out.
Oh,
another one.
Hea is gonna be so excited when she hears about you, Tammy.
What are you double checking, Carrick?
The name, seeing if this is
Tammy
the
does
name
not
of
match
the
up with
other
any
one.
of them.
I am going to set it down. So I'm guessing it's actually pretty relatively clear.
Because, Hea didn't know any of the names that you guys had chosen, she said, so she does not know your name.
Oh, okay, that means I now have to start going back further.
I'm
You
going
have to
to
go back.
mark.
Wait, why do you have to go back further?
Because I was always this temple sphinx.
Oh.
So there may be a reason why in the area around where we've gotten here you have not had visitors.
Okay, right, before I mess this up any further,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you your way. It's very mystical and grand.
Okay.
It is.
Midoriya is on the way back. We need to come, like, you
Yeah,
have an
yeah,
idea.
yeah, I'll hold it for you.
Hold the door.
Yes,
Is
so?
there anything
Did
we
you
can
guys
do
visit
for
the
you?
Fault or Talal first?
We were thinking we would go to the vault first.
Yeah, but which one did
and
you do?
We
Well,
don't know.
we
But,
have
I mean,
Well,
do you think it would be
well-
better if we had taken Talal to the vault so he could look through it?
Well, if I
This is why I
remember,
never
we were
mess with my time
told
stuff.
that
Talal
uh,
has an invitation to go to the vault, so maybe we should
Yes.
take him there?
Yes,
What do you
Talal
think,
first.
Raphael?
yes.
That
Okay,
sounds
I
great.
need a little bit of a nap before I res Talal.
Okay, you guys can, like...
Oh wait, I'm not resing Talal. That's Carrick's problem. That's fine.
You guys can come back in, like, the front entrance of then.
Alright, and we can just come in? and
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
fine?
I'll
Okay.
make sure
Alright,
that
just
you're
so you know,
expected.
Just so you know, sweetie, there is a angel running around inside the greater part of your temple from the time that we entered from right now.
What?
Did we explain? Yes, there is an angel.
Why?
The guard that
Morga.
brought us,
Oh, a leftover.
I'll be
Yes.
back.
The assault
More-
on your
Oh,
temple.
do you want to see my collection?
Yes.
yes.
What?
I mean-
Coins.
So, hang on. She's looking around the room and looking at the various corridors that go off. Okay, so I've already got them out in our time, but you were reassured by me that I had them here. So I've got to find the point where they were.
What?
It is very difficult to keep track of all of this, isn't it?
Thumbs up.
Oh, you've got no idea. Ever since time was... No. This way. Right. And,
Do not,
they...
do not
what-
give us the
What
food, do not
happens
need
with
to know.
time?
Yeah, I think you
It's-
skipped over the part that happens with
It's
time.
different, okay?
I bet
How
you
many
time,
times?
Time probably changes very differently when the dreamer wakes up, doesn't it?
Let's not.
One-
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that! That little sphinx is just completely ignoring my questions. She's so
Let's-
cute.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Order me this.
pause.
Who keeps visiting me and talks too much?
Gifton.
Gifton.
No, all of you. Right.
I haven't said a damn thing.
I'm folding
have
my
now.
arms. You're going to change the future. I'm not visiting you now.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, you think you're changing so much. They're heading towards one of the corridors as if they're expecting you to follow.
I'm gonna follow behind her.
And with a swish of the Sphinx's tail, it's just one turning and no endless mazes to wander. Behold, the stasis room.
What's in the stasis room?
This is when she does the quick turnaround and says "ew," and then everything stops for a
That's
while.
all.
They like fumble with a latch on the door that's at the end of this corridor, like doing the cat paw bapping.
I'll help you with that here.
No,
There you go,
No,
sweetie.
I've got this.
I've
This is
got
my
it.
temple.
I got it. There. Oh,
Every
was-
time, correct?
I'm gonna
I
like
was
fix
at
her
least
hair.
nice enough to ask instead of just doing it.
As the door
Oh,
opens,
the poor sweetie.
you can see inside are a whole bunch of drow. Looks like civilians. They are dressed in various fashions that you would recognize from your original visit. Some of them look disheveled and so on.
Selection is a preservation of your society.
Yes.
She's
we-
protecting
Reason?
people that were fleeing from, I'm assuming, the strike on the city, right?
Yes, we got them here to safety, and then we're holding them until it is safe to re-emerge.
I'm
That's
going
nice.
to suddenly hug her.
No.
Oh,
Well, this
that's the
is
most lulling
different for
thing that
you.
I've ever seen him do.
Pat, she says as she pats you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can worship me for this.
It's a
Hide
better
behind.
option than
Wait,
most
you
I
want
have.
you get worshipped?
Oh, yeah.
That's neat.
You should see the food they leave at my altar.
Okay.
No.
We had to leave a bowl of milk.
Any requests?
I really like the buns with the raisins in them.
Oh, Carrot, can you make those little cakes? I bet you she likes the little
Nodding.
cakes.
Oh, Carrick's food's real good.
Yeah.
Okay, so reassurance done. Checked off the list. Next up to Lowell. This way to Destiny.
To Destiny.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So
So
we're gonna go get Talal.
you said you were Heia's newest creation.
Mhm.
Is that just of all the different Sphinx, or of
But
like her
the newest of her
people,
like
or-
big creations, because I guess she's made some like little creatures since, but like, you know, nothing like me.
How about comparative to when she made?
What do you mean by
her
like
angels?
little creations?
You know, monsters and stuff.
Is her angels part of that?
Oh, don't get started on those.
One is a very interesting.
That's the big whoopsie.
What?
And was
knew it.
that was that the big whoopsie of us being told?
God, no.
The secret.
I'm just-
I wanna
I'm
talk
just
to
gonna-
Tammy lots.
Mm-mm.
We will keep the secret.
She performs a sipping motion with a paw in her mouth.
Look at the other ones. We will.
You know,
keep the
the amount
secret.
of times that you've had to deal with us, you think you would learn.
I mean,
All the times I deal with you, you're on my track of time.
I was gonna say we may be. This may
That
be.
doesn't make any sense though, because you're from the past.
I'm not from the past.
You're not
If
from...
she's the most recent, she would have been made after the.
I can be in the past, but I haven't yet.
So it
Sphinx
sounds
is
like
are
she makes
timeless.
another
Oh, so
Sphinx.
you're a new Sphinxy.
Yes,
That's.
Oh.
saying, yes.
Gifton?
I was made
Yeah.
in the modern era.
What's the
Okay.
modern era?
You don't have that yet, and you never heard it from me.
We've heard.
We
it
had
from
heard
others, but again, we will
According
keep the
to-
secret.
Can I go to
Where
the
we
modern
are
era?
compared to you, are we going forwards or backwards or?
You're about to go
I'm
backwards.
I'm going to kibosh this right now. Time is making my head hurt, and also I don't think we should be poking the brain
Mortals.
for this. Yeah, I actually I'm kind of getting it, but no. we shouldn't be poking her brain about this stuff because
It doesn't
bad
mean
things
anything to
happen
me.
when
I
we
guess-
know.
Calendars can't hurt, right?
What's a calendar? Oh wait,
I-
You know
oh,
what a
yeah,
calendar
I
is?
was
Stop
just saying
messing with me.
calendars.
I do
Yeah,
recall
calendar.
someone being severely
Oh,
injured
calendar.
with a paper cut from one.
The modern era is a dating format that is created after a big thing happens.
Is it after the dreamer wakes up?
I'm not saying what it is.
Oh,
But you were created in the modern. We're
Yeah, I'm like created after you guys are at this time.
We're
It was
Was
not your
there-
birthday, though.
just
No.
yourself, or did she create other sphinxes at that time too?
No, there's a couple of others.
that's good. I wouldn't
That's
want you to
good.
be alone. Are you able to leave your temple?
Yeah?
I'm
That's
guessing
good.
it's the
Is that a
same rules
what?
where it's one at. You can only do it at a point.
I don't know if
once.
sphinxes can leave their temples. I just know Aquila was kind of stuck where she was, and I thought
We
that was
got
sad.
we got
Left the temple with
looser
us.
rules than the old sphinxes did.
That's
a
good.
We still got some guidelines, though, you know.
Yeah.
Well, having the powers you do it is understandable.
Towdy, you're gonna
Yes.
love jazz.
That sounds similar
Is that
to
a
something I would
Is that a
like.
person?
Yeah, let's say that.
A place?
Yeah,
A
it really
food.
is a place. It totally takes you somewhere. Okay. Right.
It's a drug.
Talau Hall, third from your left. Please mind all of your limbs as you walk through the corridors of twisting time.
Thank you for your assistance.
Bye, Tammy.
We will see you again soon, I hope.
Bye bye.
Even this arm.
Oh god. Now when you said that, now my brain just thought of C3PO and the one odd
That's the joke I was making.
colored limb.
Yes.
That's what the red arm was about. Yep.
Okay.
As I walk through, I'm gonna do the hat again, and I need to do a sleight of hand to put it back on.
You hear a distant mumble of, oh, nerd.
Ah, yes. Words.
Bye, Tammy.
Thank
Goodbye.
you again for your assistance.
Bye. I mean, we will meet again.
I'm gonna step on a butterfly.
I'm gonna make you cookies and leave
We
them at your
already know that
altar.
doesn't do anything.
It's an actual threat.
I like cookies.
All it does is kill the
And
butterfly.
She likes my cookies.
My mind just went to someplace. The sphinxes still aren't allowed to leave their temples except to go out the front door to get their DoorDash.
Looser rules.
That's the looser rule. They can now go back at the same point to get.
I'm gonna look over at Raziel and go, so Hea makes more sphinxes, huh?
And they're apparently dumb as hell.
I,
They're very intelligent, I thought.
I think she's.
He
just,
gives you a pitiful look.
Honestly, think she's just new.
I have a feeling that, unlike previous sphinxes, they actually.
She was
do
very
evolve.
young, and I am very disappointed.
You should.
I am
be.
sorry, Denoran.
Norman.
It also didn't help that she said that you weren't dead.
We're
I'm
glad
less
that you're
worried
not
about
dead.
that than the lack of, and he makes a motion of like great big curvy woman.
Yeah, I will say, Aquila was kind of, woohoo!
Well, I can dream a ton.
The Razem told you about Aquila, right?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Mm. Well,
Scariest cat I've ever seen.
I guess I have to hurry up and try and find the bigger sphinx
Scary
before I
sexy cat, very
die.
weird.
Sure, that wasn't Louis Fa. I mean, you're pretty scared of him.
Luis Wallace is as big a cat as Aquila.
Pushing forward.
Moving forward.
Yeah, you wander through another of these temporal corridors. And again, this one doesn't seem to lead to like any tragic scenes of invaders and so on. Well kept once more. And soon enough, you find yourselves stepping out onto the edging of the Sphinx's temple. In what looks like to be a happy and thriving Sahar.
No, look over at Raziel and step in front of him, like, and put my hands
yes, right. Raziel is going to snap his fingers to assume to disguise himself.
No one sees anything. No one sees anything. No one sees anything.
And how has he chosen to disguise himself?
Raziel looks like a very dashing drow. I mean, all of you know her. Does look like he could be related to Razem.
So slightly shorter than Razem because the male
drow are shorter than the females. Yes.
Doesn't he look like someone? No.
I am
like the one lady who came back.
I am a mystery.
Yeah.
This is the form that you were in when you were fathering her.
Oh, a little different, but they've tried to emulate her father, yes. He was a good host, a very fine man.
Would he still be alive at this point?
Oh, gods, no.
Okay.
I thought he was supposed to be a pale skin.
Was he? Yes, he was. He was the visitor on. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, yep, he is. Yeah, he looks a lot like Razem. He is a drow though. It still works. He's trying to emulate the father, but blended.
Yep. He's blended in. Yep.
He's just forgot. Okay, it's been a while.
Liam remembers all of these things. I didn't press it tonight. I remember.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well. Shall we go to that place and make a camp, I guess?
Yes, perhaps we should hire some kind of carriage. It is quite the journey to his burial spot, no?
Yes, and we should avoid using too much magic as it attracts attention.
And does anybody have local currency?
I have gems.
Gems are timeless.
Unfortunately, it did take currency to live for a while.
Also, I don't think we would have this particular era for those of us who traveled last time, other than, of course, Stilday. Look! The Norn! Beautiful, thriving city.
You tend to look at you tend to look to the Noran, and there are tears rolling down his cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a grander sight than I ever imagined.
Do you want to quietly look around while we secure passage?
I don't know how to speak the language very well.
I will accompany you.
Tongues on you.
What do? He's actually going to offer his arm out to you, Telday.
Yep, I will take it.
Okay. He'll smile at you, just gonna go, we'll catch up with you.
Alright, have fun.
Don't
get stabbed.
What?
Or laid.
Telday, do you think this is how I die?
I don't know how you died.
Likely some heroic manner in which you saved several women and men,
Oh,
all attractive.
or maybe
They
in
will sing
bed.
your praises.
That would be a heroic way to save them.
Don't eat the fruit, Sonoran.
No, Deldeus looking goes, that is how you die, and stabs Sonoran.
Wow. Alright, we should go secure passage.
That's not a
Shopping?
good idea.
You lay low, I point at Cassie.
What?
You are a
Good.
divine being of these people,
Talk very little.
and we don't want angels killing you again.
Well, they can't track me this time.
Remember, don't say the N-word.
I'm sorry, that's bad to laugh about. That's bad to laugh about because I realize why we're laughing, but yeah.
Kronos, if you're still naming the sessions in your notes, please.
Don't say the N-word.
Yes, avoid saying anything with a divine connotation, I think is best.
Yes, for any viewers, we're not being racist. Nephilim is a very bad word to say in this period.
Yeah.
It may have
Yeah.
caused a death already.
Yes. No, saying Nephilim in this,
No,
in this
it didn't
place is
cause
bad.
a death. It caused multiple deaths.
Yes, it caused murders. Yes, let's not, because they may not be able to track you, but if they go looking, they will find me. And I would like
Oh,
to live.
right. You're a beacon now.
Yes, and she is using the item instead of the other item.
There's a reason why I took my brooch back.
Turned vaguely Italian there for a second.
Listen, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I have a nice little pile of gems here, and I am going to go spend them. I will spend them on anything that attracts my attention, and possibly a cart or a carriage. Goodbye.
I am going to follow Gifted and just kind of whisper, I am going to avoid talking since I don't want to use magic.
Okay, you can be my tall, strong, handsome son. He does not talk very much.
Wasn't he your son last time?
You can also be my son.
I'm a lizard.
I don't care.
It
All
doesn't
right.
matter.
I don't judge.
I would
Oh.
also avoid speaking much, though, not speak
I don't speak lizard, that is right.
exactly.
Okay.
You're all speaking in jumble words. Don't do that.
Right, you'll
I'm not.
head down the side of the temple into the streets of the city. Drow live, at most a few hundred years. You know that you're towards the end of Talal's lifespan. This period. But it's not so long that you don't recognize a bunch of the city that you're seeing. It's definitely more built up. Some of the buildings are far taller than you remember. But there's the sight of familiar streets.
I have one very concerned question that I'm going to ask while we're walking. Dear brother,
Mm-hmm.
you aren't still here, are you?
No, long gone.
Promises?
Promises. Promises. There you go. 3 times.
All right, accept this. Okay,
Um,
good. I would hate to run into you again.
I do have many agents, though.
That is awkward.
As we are going through, when we pass like places to buy stuff, I'm gonna kind of try to peek at the coins that are being used. Would that be a perception check?
Yeah, just give me a perception check. Yeah, it's not a hard DC.
Getting brand new coins won't help Thomas.
No. I'm curious if the coins I have are still the coins being used.
Oh,
I still
you
have my Sahan coins.
Don't see many of the coins that they've got the same sort of shape and so on. You know, there's familiarities about them, but there's clearly been different mintings.
Mhm.
So you don't glance at any that you have. However, they seem to be like the same weight and material, so it's pretty likely they would still accept them. It just might be a bit of a curiosity as to their age, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, good. On the plus side, they look new.
Yeah, because they'd be
Yeah.
like a couple hundred years old,
Yeah.
which I guess isn't that big of a deal in a culture where people can live a couple hundred years. You
Mhm.
might have had it
Yeah.
sucked away in a sock
Yeah.
drawer.
You are here within the span of one person's lifetime.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why when you said that, that's why I
Mhm.
wanted to check, because I'm still carrying the small amount.
Essentially,
that I kept.
you're fairly confident this is still legal tender.
Also,
Okay.
what name are you going by, brother?
That's a good question. I am a marvelous Denoran.
We're gonna have 2 of them?
3
My-
of them?
Might be a common name. I'm Denoran. Is the accent better? Echo says.
Much better, Echo. You are doing great. We have 4 Denorans. Got it.
I should probably use it.
It's a family name.
I'm gonna
The
pet
entire-
Dingus up on my shoulder and go, is this going to be a problem?
Unusual, but there is trade of creatures.
I mean, I did have the Drake's here.
wonder if my deposit's still good.
I shall be Liza.
Liza.
Who was the one that said Liza?
That's Raziel.
That's Raz. Carrick's gonna. I'm gonna make an int check because it's been long enough. I wouldn't have.
Liza.
What's the intake for?
I was trying to think of another drow name that I heard besides Talal and Dodoran.
You coming up blank. Put pressure on spot. Can't do it. Yeah, Raziel smiles at you, gift to me, says it. Liza, do you like it?
Actually,
I love it.
Where are my abilities? I am going to actually use my sorcerer ability of rerolling. I'm actually real quick checking to make sure.
Alright, so do I need to do an investigation check or something to find somebody who does the thing?
No, but I'll take a perception check for you. You're just looking for cart hire and stuff, right?
Yeah, just a cart hire.
By the way, since that's a fail, I'm burning a sorcery point to reroll it.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to look up a name yourself though, because
yeah, I know. Okay.
Right. Yep, it does not actually. It's not hard to find cart hire. In fact, you can just inquire about and such. You will get directed to city limits if you want to actually take an animal out. There's far more likely to be proper stables to hire towards the outer limits. Most within want you to keep the animal within the city itself. Okay. Yep.
Okay. I should type it here. Put it here because I think that's Telred. Is that how you pronounce that, or how you think you'd pronounce that?
Telred.
Is that Trelred? R-E-D?
That's it. That says Telred to me.
Trelred. Okay, that's the name. Carrick should go. I guess we'll use Trelred. I heard it in one little wanderings last time.
Oh, sounds like a good name. All right, so we will need to go to the edge of town, I guess, to go. So we have to wait for the Noran and Telde anyway. So, is there anything you want to purchase while we are in the market before we go?
What do you got for food?
I wonder if a bear's still in business.
Who?
They made some hot sauces that I have never been able to find quite the same of.
If we get some, I might be able to figure out a way to attempt to locate it from taste.
It's been a long time, I think, this way. Raziel's just going to start wandering off in a direction.
Is anyone following him?
Yep, I'm following.
Okay. I will follow too.
You don't have to come. We can meet up back here if you want.
All right. Well,
following her.
Bye.
So.
You're also welcome to come.
I don't understand what you want me to do in this situation.
I'm just going to start following.
I want you to do what you want.
For now, we'll follow.
Was there anything that anybody else wanted to get while they're here? I have various gems and things that we can hand out.
Question to the GM.
Yes.
I'm guessing lizard folks don't live this long.
They do not know.
This is the same city we were in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of look around. What type of check would it be to figure out roughly where I would have to go back to my note? Not the animal market. Well, yes, but specifically.
I want to go to the temple.
Yeah.
What were you looking for, Carrick?
The place that I purchased the animals from previously.
Oh, you want a
specific sailor? I want to be able to figure out where that was.
Okay. That's not too hard because the market is very basically the same location. It's grown out a bit, but yeah, you can head that way.
Just actually, I'm going to whisper to Gifton. Actually, we know where the temple is. Is the temple in that direction, or are we?
I don't know who you're asking.
Just the GM.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is where I'd be going in the direction of the temple, or no?
Yes, it would be. It was Order of Sphinx Temple, Heian Temple, Market on the eastern reaches. Yes.
If Gifton says that out loud.
Are you able, the group of you, to, because Raziel casts tongues on you, so you can all talk, right?
Does his last longer than usual?
No.
Okay. I can cast it if I need to.
Okay. I am going to give out a little bit of money items in case you want to get things, but I want to go into the Sphinx Temple and see if I can see if Zara is there. I don't know. I don't think Cassie should go into the Sphinx Temple.
I don't think I should go into any of the temples.
No,
The temple was where the library was, right?
Yes, the library had was inside the temple. Remember? You remember, Corvus, where the library was? I would desire to go in there to see if Zara is there. But,
I'll join you for the library at least. I don't have much to do around these parts.
I'm gonna go see if possibly. I don't think they'd still be alive, but maybe they have family that's still here. And for the lizard folk that purchased the
I think your
apples for the
wife
first time.
would kill you if you brought any more back.
I at this point think that's less of a chance since we have staff to take them.
I still think she will kill you.
All right. So, Telde and Denoran. Telde, you have a lovely little wander with Denoran, who really is just sort of taking in the sights. You will notice he is regarding things like just common rugs that are hanging up for sale, stuff like that, as if they were works of art.
And they're sold for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of gods are lost to it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he is doing a lot of people watching as well. At one point, there is a small contingent of the Scorpion Guard accompanying what looks like to be a young temple priestess. Not even one of Cassie's sort, just a young priestess of a very mundane drow variety. And he seems just overwhelmed at the sight of everything.
Oh.
Yeah, because this is culture he's read about, had stories told of, and always yearned for.
Mm-hmm.
Never gotten to experience.
Mm-hmm. And you do actually have to take him aside for a moment at one point because he does start just crying again. But eventually, as you're all sort of wondering about, they will meet back up with you, and you can start heading big market ways / temple ways. Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm handing out some things.
Raziel was unable to find the shop he wanted, by the way.
I'm handing out a 100 GP gem to Cassie, to Carrick, and one to RG. Because they might go do market, and we'll have to consider that good for now.
Actually, you know what? Yep. Yep. All right. But before the market is the temple. Who's breaking off into the temple? Who's continuing to market?
Me and Corvus.
Temple to library.
Okay. All right. Wait. You're going back in? Are you going into the Sphinx Temple or the main temple of the city?
We're going into the main temple because that's where Zara was, right? She was in the Hea temple.
I
Right.
can't go there. Sola's probably still alive at this point.
You are being flat told by Gifton you don't get to go to the Sphinx to go to the temple.
Right.
You are danger noodle over there. That's a bad
I'm
plan.
a danger noodle everywhere right now.
Yep.
Right, you return once more to the main Heian Temple City. Been a long time since you've seen it, in both respects, really. You know, over a year and over quite many thousands. And you gain entry with no problem. Corvus and
It's pretty
Gifton.
free to
Yeah.
get up to the library. They
Yeah.
let people educate themselves.
Yep, you head on in, and you can very easily access the library on the main and second floors. It looks like the library itself has expanded. All right. Are you seeking out the
Zara, yes,
yeah, the
portal.
turtle?
Yeah, I'm looking for Zara.
Okay. You give me an investigation check.
Can I assist with this?
Okay.
Or do you want me to roll it? Well, you're
Unfortunate.
yeah.
I guess I think we should. Can we roll separately?
We can roll separately.
All right, because I have no intelligence.
I have two.
Okay. You head up there, and apart from a couple of studying,
Actually, I'll spend a luck point. I can
Okay.
do that. I have a luck point for this. That's worse. Okay.
apart from a couple of studying students, neither of you see any sign of the turtle here. There's just a couple of there's a drow and a Duragar who just seem to be wearing the robes of a sort of priestly neophyte. They're reading through texts. No signs of any turtle people.
Oh well. Just a
Well,
hope.
I'll be in here for however long, so I'll keep an eye out for her. If you wish.
You want me to go then?
Yep, you're welcome to stay. I'm not exactly looking for anything in particular. I'm just kind of killing time.
Okay.
Don't kill time. The sphinxes will die.
I was going to say, you can try and focus the inquiry if you want. I'll have to be a different role, but
I'll ask if there is a
Actually,
keeper named Zara.
one of the you're speaking loud enough to be heard, I imagine. The drow student in here gives you a sort of confused look and just says, I don't know any Sala. And then the Duragar actually looks up and goes, I know the name. And they point over to one. They point to one of the walls, where you see a little plaque with a charcoal drawing framed above it. And it is a turtle, and it just has the brave journey's friend, gone but not forgotten. And they just shrug and go, I don't know. It's never really asked.
I am sorry to see that. Oh, you wish to study Corvus? Yeah.
He just shrugs.
Would you like me to inquire with one of the priestesses?
Oh no, I would not wish to cause a disturbance among the priesthood. Thank you, though.
It would be no problem. But if you do not wish to, that is okay.
If it's not a bother, if you could please inquire.
Certainly. We are here to help. And they smile and get out of the chair and they sort of hurry off.
Just worried that if we ask too many questions, we don't know how long ago they passed.
I think this is okay. You can say a story passed on.
not actually that long after, because it's not hard to find the priestess here. They return with she looks like she's an older drow, but still just a drow. Following along this young acolyte, and they have a vaguely bemused look on their face, and go, "You're inquiring over Sarah."
Yes, so we were told that she was a keeper here in the library, and we wanted to visit with her. We knew a traveler, Torlday.
Oh,
And,
yes, Torlday. That is the friend of Talal's.
yes, and they had mentioned Zara was here if we were here to read, to maybe inquire, and they had not seen them in a very long time, and we are sorry to hear that.
I'm afraid you're a couple of years too late.
That is a shame.
Yes, she left on her own journeys. Not without some sadness from us. But
She's just on the journey then? That is good.
yes, she wanted to go see more of the world. Hopefully bring back her findings one day.
Hopefully she will. That would be wonderful.
Yes.
I'm very sorry to have disturbed you.
It's fine. No, but, did you not see the message?
What the message?
She points over to the charcoal drawing, and that's what's written beneath it. Wessing her long journeys, you know.
I misunderstood it from somehow the ways that Torlday talks. Sometimes it is sometimes an allusion to death as part of long journeys. He is very strange for his kind.
Death is a fairly short journey, I think, but
I know, I don't understand him very well, so I'm hoping to educate myself further.
I am sorry if we have caused you alarm.
I am very sorry. I am very jumpy. My name is Trixie. What is yours, Great Priestess?
What was that? I did not understand the last thing you said.
My
Great,
name
great.
is-
My name's Trixie. What is yours, Great Priestess?
Why make up NPC names? How dare you do this to me?
Stab me through the heart. I do.
And she's going to come back and visit many times.
My name is Alifal. It is a pleasure to meet you. Is there anything else I can help you with, my child?
That is all. Thank you so very much.
And she smiles and gives you a little bow
I bow
before
my head.
she leaves.
Daughter's blessings upon you.
And on you. Daughter's blessings on you. The Duragos says, take the seat again.
I as well. Look over at Corvus.
Just cocks a brow since he doesn't have eyebrows anymore.
You have eyebrows, don't you?
I'm a lizard.
Oh yeah, your brow. Okay. Oh, this isn't a good place to talk to you at all.
Whatever do you mean? Libraries are very well known.
No, I
for
said that
being
out of
many
character. This is
secrets.
entirely out of character. I just realized this
Oh.
isn't a good place to have a heart to heart with Corvus because I was going to do a heart to heart with Corvus. And this
Oh.
is like you or I will raise our voice and it will be very awkward.
You could go off into one of the little side rooms if you want.
That and a heart to heart with the lizard folk might not quite be what most people think.
I say this in all honesty. Do it.
It's not hard to find privacy here if you want it.
Corvus, can we have a moment? Someplace quiet.
I'm sure we can find one here in the library.
We will find a corridor, a little alcove or something.
Yeah, you can basically go
you
side
can,
room.
You can grab something and pretend they're going to read it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this is.
That is.
You do get a look from one of the priestesses of look, acolytes going off to do their studying, air quotes again.
Yeah. Yes. Corvus, we don't get a lot of time to talk. And I think we should talk. Is this what you want? Because I have a very hard time figuring you out sometimes, and things that I would think would make you happy seem to only frustrate and upset you further. And I know that there is a lot of stress and pain on all of us, for the roles that we seem to be playing, but it weighs heavily on my heart to see you so upset all the time, and that there seems to be no freedom from the pain that you feel. Even attempts at kindness seem to upset you more, and I don't want to upset you, but I want to help you, and I
don't know my place anymore.
What place do you want to have, though?
I don't know.
Because I know you don't like other people telling you what to do, but you never seem like you know what you want to do.
Because every time I learn something, it's something that I have no knowledge or comprehension of. We were in the place with the Raven Queen, or whatever her name is.
Loose glass, yes.
And she mentioned that, oh, I met you already. Oh, that's nice. You probably met who? Oh, you and a bunch of other of yous. Oh, so him.
I can understand that. I can understand a lot of those things. But I get... Yes?
I can't answer that. And I'm tired of trying to answer that. And I'm tired of trying to think of anything that I can fit into.
But you don't want to be doing this.
There are many things I want to be doing. And
what would you like to be doing?
Drawing magic.
I want to learn more about the gentleman. I want to try to establish something that was their maybe intention, to be a force of something, not their deranged selves. I want
You mean the
to
thing that Raziel made them for? Or you want to make them something different?
make them something different. But that is, he puts his hands out, insignificant to everything that has happened. I want to be I want to just do something normal. Tired.
Gifton's gonna take your hands in hers.
He doesn't even resist.
You don't want to do this. You don't want to save the world, right? You want to go be Corvus.
Yes. Because what I'm doing is something that I have no reason to be a part of.
Both Gifton and Corvus, you're actually going to have images flash in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's feelings of want, desire this, as you get images of eating food, doing things that you really don't want in your head with Dazzle.
Oh gosh.
Ah!
Pictures of playing with other pseudo dragons and Gifton's children. And then you get the feeling of, but responsibility. And there's flashes of fighting and conflict, protecting Gifton. And then there's that flash of awe, nothing, blankness, end. And then you just get that emotion of understanding Corvus as Dingus sort of reaches from Gifton's shoulder and just, bumps his head against you gently.
I know that it is very hard, but oh my fucking god, that train! Why?
Corvus is icon animated with it. Oh,
Perfect.
the mask went.
Yeah, and because your mask goes down, it looked like you were pulling it to make the train horn noise. Jesus Christ!
That was amazing. All right, sorry. Whew, I'm getting back into serious mode. Back to serious mode. And don't think it's fair for you to be asked to fight for a world you don't love. Because you don't love this world, right, Corvus?
Can't say that I love or hate it.
You seem always so angry at every part of it.
Because I am lost in it. I've been lost every day since I've been lost. And
You find no joy
I know
in the seeking of purpose.
because it doesn't mean anything anymore.
I don't mean anything. None of us do. The only meaning we have is the one we give ourselves. The ones we give to each other.
And the meaning that I have is what's been given to me.
That is so much more than some of us ever get. But you don't want that meaning, right? You don't
I don't want to be book for someone to read. I want to be something. I want to have a legacy. I want to have a purpose beyond an object, beyond someone's desires to understand a world that they destroyed.
But you do not wish to be a teacher.
I don't even want me to.
The world is sick, Corvus, and it needs a doctor.
Try me.
But you don't want that. That is what I want to know. Because you are my friend. And I will make this right for you.
I don't want you to make it right for me.
I will help you find a way to make it right. So you don't have to be a book. Because I love you, Corvus. And I know you don't understand my stupid feelings. And you don't like my brother. And you hate the gods. And you hate magic, but you are beautiful. And I think the world would be very sad to carry on without you. And without Echo. I wanted to talk to you in private. Because there's something I had not told you. And I know you don't like secrets. And I don't know if it's true. And we have been given so much that is true and so much that is not. That I don't want you to think I am hiding this from you because I mean anything bad. It is because I am scared. Yes, and other. I should not say names. They think I am her back, and that I am not me as much. And if that is so, I am just as bad as the rest of them. But I don't know if that's just something to make us turn in circles and bite at each other, or if it is real. But you weren't there. You weren't there when it came up. And it hurt. And I thought my friend Corvus would know what this is like. So I will help you. Even if it means you and Echo need to run away. I don't know what that sound was.
It is a snort. I'm just. I don't have answers. I don't.
I don't expect you to have answers. Seeking answers is what our entire life journey is about. If we had it immediately, everything would be over.
Wow.
Or maybe it would start again anew. I don't know what's going to happen, Corvus.
Because we never had an opportunity to figure any of it out. We've been yanked from one direction to the next. I went to the library of her to understand what she found, to help maybe devise a plan to get Cassie's other half back. Anything that could reach in to collect what we needed to collect.
She had the machine for it.
And she had a machine for it, but I wanted to understand it. I wanted to learn about it. And maybe it's Kaz and her stubbornness and her foolhardy, I'm going to do it myself attitude. But look where it got her. And then
She wanted to take it into herself. She didn't want to just.
we knew
Take
that
it.
that was a
I
near
know.
impossibility.
I know, but she. I thought it was her right, and I was wrong, and I should not have let her keep trying. Because I wanted somehow that it could be true. That those poor things could. But they can't. They're not compatible. And sometimes I think we have to let go of those things. Which is why it is very important. Someday, when I go, Corvus, you make sure they let me go. Okay? As I will be the ugliest monster that sub-basement has ever seen. You will watch me rip and tear and bite at every other thing in there. And I will be glorious. They will be so scared of a brownie. But you keep in mind what you love and what you care about. There are people here who love and care about you, and if you need help, we are here, okay? I do not want to see you looking so lost and sad and alone when your friends are right here. I saw you when we were with Miris. We were miles away.
It's the feeling of being a tool and a fool at best.
Gifted gives a soft smile. That's all I have ever been. I apologize if I don't understand why you're so indignant about it.
So I know I can be more than that.
You are
But
more
if-
than that. Somebody spends all of their time and all of their energy setting out to make you a fool, then they will be an expert at it. Let them be an expert at that. Be good at what you're good at and be happy for it. I spend time on pain.
It's the only thing that feels real.
The dreamer is wrapped in pain right now. All they think about is what they did. The people they hurt. And they need to let us go. I hope someday you will also find a way to let go of your pain. Gifton's gonna kiss your hands briefly and then let them go. I am sorry that I have given you such an uncomfortable moment, but I needed you to know how I feel.
I'm sorry that I'm this way.
I'm not. You are beautiful, Corvus Otherless. That has never changed. All right. Well, if you want to keep reading books, you can. I need a brief walk, I think.
Okay.
Gifton's gonna wipe her eyes on her sleeves and get out of the alcove and do a little pace around somewhere in the street before she gets back to the group.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile,
Corvus, when she leaves, Corvus just puts his head on the table. I don't even know what I wanted to read in here. He just sits there.
okay. All right. The rest of the party. Yep, you get to watch wonderful sights of Echo not knowing how to blend in.
Oh, it's adorable.
Just showing off her hat quite happily before somebody stops her.
Norin.
At one point, this rather buxom drow matron does try to flirt with the air quote twins, which does consist of Denoran trying to flirt back despite tongues having worn off and he does not know how to, and Echo is munching on what looks like to be falafel in some kind of bread with sauce.
I'm doing my best to translate, but it is not the most
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with one that she can't communicate with and the other apparently just more interested in food, she soon sort of walks away in a huff. Denoran looks momentarily defeated, but quickly perks back up. He is tossing he has a lot of gems on him himself, and he is spending them.
Getting anything he can.
Tapestries, carpets.
Yep, he is buying
bag of
little
holding
bits
out.
of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You get a feeling he's likely going to be decorating his cabin or his home with what he buys. Carrick, there is no sign of the menagerie, Whether that's because their cart isn't in town or whether they just don't exist anymore.
Is there any lizard folk selling critters in that area?
No,
Even okay.
there's not. You do come across a small stall run by Durgar, who appears to be selling some what looks like to be little like birds and such in cages. But that is about it.
How
Howd?
was that?
You said howd?
How tempting is it to get more Fenix?
God, no!
There are no
Stop
Fenix
him,
available for you.
Oh,
I am not going to help you facilitate bringing more Fenix to the future.
I have money. I can facilitate my own.
You can get them in current day Zaha.
But I will say, after a couple of hours of sort of venturing about, taking the sights, you're all able to meet back up. Basically, heading back. Yes?
I was going to say, RG's probably, she's there picking up either interesting seeds for plants, if she can find them, and just extra, like, supplies for brewing that are stuff that, like...
Want to buy a cactus?
Sure.
Okay, you can buy a cactus.
And she's also, most of the time when she's watching people talking, since I have a thing where I can read lips, she's mostly reading it to see how her mouth should be moving, speaking the language. So that she doesn't look like one of those old Kung Fu movies.
Actually, if you're buying seeds, I want you to go ahead and just give me a persuasion check, RG.
Okay. Persuasion. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're able to just get a sorted little array. If people want to spend a couple of gold pieces worth of gems and such, you can come home with a bunch of little trinkets, bits and bobs, and what have you.
She's doing that too because stuff for the wife.
Yeah. Okay.
She might be more interested in the seeds in all honesty, but shotgun effect.
I'm gonna try and teach Denoran some really bad pickup lines.
Okay, sweet.
In the sense that I'm not trying to teach him bad pickup lines, but these are the best I can offer him.
This is what Teraday thinks are good.
Or what he thought were pickup lines.
Hey, baby, is that a basket in your arms or you just going to the market? What?
Hey, baby, knock, knock.
But yes.
The other side. What?
Hey, baby, let's baby.
Yeah, you are able to meet back up together.
Actually, that one may actually work.
Yeah, if you converge in between, you're basically not too far from the actual main Heian temple, which I think most of you want to avoid going in at this point in time.
Two of us are in there.
Yeah, two of us are coming out though.
No, you guys are coming out of the Sphinx temple, right? Oh yeah, you're coming out of the Heian temple. Yes.
Yeah, we were in the Heian temple. We were seeing Zara.
Tess is actually making herself very, very scarce near that temple.
Yeah.
She knows people in there that are probably still around.
Yeah, you all meet back up. Echo is going to show you a plate she picked up, Corvus. It is just a wooden plate. Like, there's no distinctive markings or anything on it.
Did
she pay for it or just literally pick it up?
She,
we have no answer from Echo.
She shifts the eyes.
We picked up wooden trinkets from here before.
Oh,
yeah, but
I shouldn't have got this.
No, it's fine. It's lovely.
My food came on it.
Oh, did you go to one of the food places? They're really nice.
Okay.
Wait, do I not get this? They gave it to me.
I think you're fine to take it.
Yeah. Don't miss one.
Maybe plate. I mean, let's put it in perspective. If you were given food from Carrick's Cat Tavern, would you take the plate home?
I'm not supposed to.
Carrick,
I know where your plates have been going.
Eric, there has been plates and cutlery missing from your establishment a few times.
That does explain a little bit.
Oh, okay. They're
Corvus, this might explain why your cupboard seems to have been getting
Yeah, have
smaller and
gotten
smaller when you're
larger
putting
and-
things away.
It's like I had one cup in here for years. Why are there 20 now?
Well, see, the actual truth.
Except none of them are clean. She just
Yeah.
put the dirty ones in the cabinet. She doesn't
All right.
understand that part.
We need to have a conversation about restaurants.
Okay, restaurant.
How-
What's
how
a
about-
restaurant?
It's where you
Explain
go
to
and
me.
eat food, and people
No,
give you
I go to eat food at Carrick's Tavern and that place I was just at.
Yes,
Next
those
time,
are...
When you go to somebody's place and they offer you food on their plates, it is customary to leave the plate for them.
Oh.
It is not part of the meal. It is only for you to use for
They're
the meal.
lending
They're
that to-
lending it to you.
Borrowing.
to be used to facilitate the food, not... You're not purchasing the plate, you're purchasing the food.
Okay. I understand.
How about, Echo, how about you and me go back to the place and we can kindly return the plates?
It's a
No, we
wooden
keep
plate.
it. It's fun.
It's a wooden plate in the middle of an area. We're not coming back to it. May as well just
Also, I'm pretty sure there's a couple Sphinx guards.
Have
right
you
now
ever
chasing all of
stolen
us
anything,
going nuts.
Corvus?
He has.
yes.
Yes, I have.
Was it like this?
No.
It was a... Well, no, I did
You stole a
steal
whale?
something. No, I
He
stole...
stole medicine.
That
I
one's
stole
new.
medicine to help people, and those people were saved, and I was punished for it.
Was it on a plate?
You stole
No.
medicine during an attack.
To help the people that were being attacked.
No,
Also,
you
I'm
were
not one of the-
you didn't take it to use to administer to people. You just took it and put it in your bag.
To use to heal the people.
Then why didn't
being-
you put it back when you got done healing the people?
They're situating injuries.
There was also
I-
a time in Southwest time where you took the stuff and then left him a note admonishing him for not being there.
Exactly, because that
He was,
was...
he was a traveling apothecary. You had another town. That was kind of the point, Corvus.
Then why lock the door and not have someone there to help?
Because it's not like because you decide to be an apothecary that is your service to the world.
Howdy, what's happening?
My services
Oh.
were to anyone who needed them, not a particular small group that only
Wanna go
gets
over there?
service when the person is not there.
The Norman's actually coming around and draping an arm around your shoulders. Corvus is going, you don't have to justify yourself to them, my friend. We all have sticky fingers time to time.
And yours are incredibly sticky.
So what is Carrick? What
Um,
what is,
To be fair,
what
don't
is,
eating my
what is,
friend.
what is Corvus missing from his back now?
Exactly.
You do actually see, he's not trying to hide it from you. Your coin purse is in his hand, in front of your face.
His coin purse is not really a coin purse because it's this bag of holding.
And that's what he has.
Guess what?
Okay,
You just keep your money
Also,
right in the bag of
Corvus,
holding.
I'm going to call bullshit on that. Do not keep your coins in your bag of holding. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have to have it in a pouch in the bag of holding, like
pouch in
Carrick
the bag of
does.
holding. Yeah.
And that is very inconvenient to do anything
Yeah.
with. Bag of holdings
Yeah,
are
I've
not
got-
simple things to retrieve items from.
I have money on Dingus, I have money on me, and I have money in my bag of holding for the
Right,
bigger
he
folks.
has
a coin purse in my
a
haversack.
he has a coin purse that has 250 gold in it
Holy
and
shit!
and a note that says I owe Gifton 25,000 gold.
I was gonna say,
There's
I
a note. No, that note ever gets paid.
It's like a reverse IOU.
All right. So this is very fun and all, but why don't we go get that cart?
Probably a good idea.
Yes. Well, to the western side of the city, I believe it was.
That's the western side. Is that the way, Tilde?
Yes. Let us go.
Okay. You are all ready to start your journey towards the western side of the city.
Corvus takes his
Going past back. Yeah.
I was online walking RG's gonna go. I got new plants to put in the.
Did you get to
herb
get-
shop."
Oh, nice. Did you get anything nice to bring back?
She's gonna give a
None.
nod and show a couple of things, and also pull out the cactus.
Denoran is going to motion to his own. He
Don't eat that, do
he
you?
doesn't use a bag of holding. He uses an actual portable hole, like a legit one. He'll sort of pull it out of his pocket and just wave it in the air a bit and just go, "I've got many things."
Oh, that is wonderful.
I'm going to actually offer the gem
Though
back
I have to ask Denoran, how many did you pay for?
All of them. I would not have my own people.
Okay.
Robbing your ancestors would be quite rude.
Yes.
I am going to offer Gifton the gem she gave me back.
Oh, thank you. I see that you did not come back with any animals. I'm so proud.
I actually went.
He tried.
I was actually hoping that the lizard folk that we picked up, the drakes and purple worms and such for, had descendants that were here.
I swear, when he saw that they went there, I think his bottom lip wobbled.
They were
Aw.
incredibly nice people. They did help me learn quite a bit about taking care of the animals that I got from them. So
I think I heard the word fennec repeated multiple times.
yes, there was no.
You
fix
don't
to be
need
found.
any more of those little monsters.
It's not like
Um,
you're trying to save their population. I think they're doing quite fine by themselves in your house.
As
There's
you
only two in my house.
walk through the city, you crossed a familiar bridge.
No.
There is a river
Oh,
with some
Cassie!
flashing animals in it.
Cassie, look! It's the water creatures.
Yes.
Please stay on the bridge.
Stay on the bridge this time.
I'm gonna look to the
I
other
don't
side.
see anyone coming towards us this
There's
time.
no-
I was just saying I should look to the other
There
side.
are no large priestesses approaching.
Okay.
Notably, looking up and down the river low, there are some sections that have been widened, and actually sort of in a circular fashion on either side of the river, and seem to be leveled so that people can step in. And you do see some drow children and some lizard folk and Durgar playing with some of the creatures in the river.
Oh,
They did.
that is so beautiful.
They did that because of your incident.
Maybe.
Actually, speaking of,
Sounds like a-
Where is it like a plaque
Shrugging.
here of like splash playground in honor of the fallen priestess Cassiopeia?
No apparent plaque.
speaking
Okay.
of creatures, as we've been walking around, have we seen any new types of like the little
Give me a
lights or anything?
give me a perception check. Anyone that wants to.
RG doesn't know new from old, but she's still looking around.
Gifton is occasionally whistling at the light creatures in a hello
Goodness.
way because she has that
We're
whistle
all
thing
What
she
the
can do.
fuck?
Good there.
Here, wait, let me bring the average down. 1 second.
True.
Yeah.
That's
There
more
you
like
go.
it. Okay.
Actually,
There you
of
go.
all the people that I actually expected to roll high, I expected that 20 just because we were looking to see if any
Yeah,
new little.
yeah.
I mean, RG rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm.
They have trained their perception.
Ah!
Right. So, what do you guys see? Yes.
Gifton's whistling at light creatures right now. I'm
You don't
distracted.
see much in the way of new, like, large separate creatures. However, what does seem to be a lot more common than the last time you saw them was more symbiotic creatures. You actually see some people walking around, both with little creatures sort of, latched onto them, around necks, faces, so on. Some forearms covered. You actually even see someone that looks like they might be injured in some way. Legs seem to be mobile. They are being carried by a creature that is like attached by near their waist. It actually makes them have that sort of drow priestess profile a bit. But it's clearly a
like-
separate creature that is helping them move around.
Oh, interesting
I
symbiotic
can't
relationship.
remember. Did we ever see plop-sized creatures last time?
We
I
saw
can't remember.
Klopp's descendant or their
Yes, you
ancestors,
saw
but
you
they
saw
had
Klopp-like
creatures.
things. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
yeah. Which you will cite some of those about again.
Clop back to Hea, right?
You did.
For
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
We didn't really
Okay.
give. He would want to
went.
go. And
He
Yeah.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Klopp was its own
You buy
entity,
Butterfreed.
and-
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. he wanted to stay with Heya. We're
Oh,
have fun.
you,
What?
why?
I mean,
mean,
just
it's
saying he's not dead.
Yeah.
True, but
Bye bye.
fine.
I don't know. When's the last time we saw him?
And then
one of the times you visited Heya, actually.
and
We
then
did see him.
you start to approach what was the city limits back then. Apparently not
there's
so
like a
much
wall.
anymore because you do not see any wall here. You see like an indentation on the ground, like you know how you've got the foundations
Where stuff used to be.
where stuff used to
The
be,
walls.
and you
So
see
we're really
where
pretty
Talal's was.
He was in a crater, a valley, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's probably a tower there now. 'cause
There
he had
is
big
a
tower, right?
massive building there now. That is actually active right now. You can see people that are carrying scrolls, quills. This is clearly a place of learning.
Well,
This is
Well,
this is
that's
essentially a
wonderful.
proto college / university.
what we knew was going to happen seems to have happened.
Well,
Well,
kind
we
of.
can check that off that time list then. Where's my bingo card?
I'm pretty
Did you ever
sure...
get to go there, Bolte?
Talal had you come in a couple of times.
I visited at times.
Did you ever get to
Oh.
teach?
I did not teach. No, that
You
was
trust
not
him to
my
teach?
function.
I mean, actually, with the amount he
Look,
knows,
Sonoran,
yes, I would teach
someplace
him.
you and I might never get to go.
Why did you say some
Did you
things that are
wish
so
to get
sad?
in? I think I could get you in.
I don't think you can.
Looking down at my uniform.
Oh God, yes, that is what you look like. You are causing quite some head turns, Telday.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thank
say,
you for
pretty
reminding
far
me.
away.
Yeah, he's
Between Cassie and Telday.
Yeah, it's like
know?
they are not an uncommon sight around the main city because of the temple itself. But yeah, this far out now, like they don't come this far out unless they are taking care of something.
or escorting a priest.
So actually, no,
Well,
the Sphinx Guard do
no.
not escort priestesses.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
the Sphinx guard.
That's probably another thing that's honestly throwing up a warning flag around.
In fact, I'm gonna say yeah, that's getting you a lot of attention from the academy.
Why is there a Sphinx guard?
Yeah,
coming?
you see the brightest and most curious minds in the Saharan Empire take notice of you, Telday.
It's about fucking time.
And it is,
I mean,
it is causing a stir that most of you are well experienced enough now to realize is going to create a crowd and it's going to create questions.
We need to leave.
And you probably want to move.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay, let's stop looking at the pretty tower now.
Come here.
No, I'm
Nice.
also
Right.
thinking it's the sound of the police.
Sphinx
Denora.
Guard and a priestess walk into an academy.
Yeah.
Yes?
Denoran, please come here for a moment.
Sure. Me or my other lovely me? And he sort of gestures to Echo as he's walking over to you.
You have an expertise that may be useful.
I am not rubbing them.
Acting.
Going to whisper into his ear the exact location of where he should be able to find the body and any distinct markings around it.
Mhm.
You are best at subtlety.
Okay. So we're going to...
Attract eyes.
Is that outside?
Telday, you journeyed with him very far outside the city to one of the other Sphinx temples where he was buried nearby.
Yeah, because you were going back to the
It's
one.
not this. It's not this place.
Yeah.
Go to the body. I don't
Yeah,
know why
we've gotta
people think
go.
we do. We're just going out of town to cast a spell.
I was
Right.
actually. Do we actually know if we're late enough?
Characters just caught on exactly to what's going on.
Yeah, because there was a.
I will tell you, there is no
comment
commotion about the death of Talal happening here right now. Not Talal.
Yeah.
Talal.
Oh shit, Talal's still alive?
There was a
Fuck.
slight comment as we were going through
In fact, you know what? Everybody roll. Oh, fuck it. Look at those perception checks. I'm going to let you have some of these because, yeah. Most of you, there's a bit of a commotion going on among the students, but you can also overhear chatter about how the teacher had left not yesterday on a cart ride with an old friend.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wow.
So
Tell day. Poor
got
day.
Days.
Oh.
no, well, not days, possibly.
It is about a 2-day journey to get to the Sphinx's temple from here.
So we have some time to kill, but we should.
Do we?
How about we take care of the immediate situation and get Tilde out of the light of
Why
everyone
don't we
staring
just
at
get
them?
the carriage and start riding that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Best idea.
You start heading out the city. You have options, and as you hit the city wall, it's nice to see that the city's expanded some. The wall looks very similar to the wall that was built before, maybe a little taller now. But there are quite a few different buildings that seem to be offering travel services, hire out of things. There's not just carriages. There's the option to ride on great beasts. There's even a few what it looks like to be mage services offering you teleportation. However, if you examine those, the distances, their magic clearly is not quite developed because they can probably get you like, you know, a few miles outside of the city at most.
Tell day. Not to bring up not the greatest memories. Did you stay after you buried him, or? Because I don't know. Well, actually, did actually turn. Do any of us know what'll if the body will be moved? Like, we're going into weird
Search me.
magic. I'm gonna make an arcana check.
Well,
not
we
that
know
great.
that the burial site in town is not where his body was rest. Is what we were told. It was rest at the Sphinx Temple. So we need to allow enough time for probably the Sphinx Guard to, because I think
Which spell are you guys planning to res him with?
we have to use Wish.
You have to use Wish?
Because he died of old age. None of the other res spells work. We have to wish him alive again.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be a wish. It has to be that because true res, if they're died of old age, you can't res them with true res. Revivify absolutely won't work because you'll be more than 15 minutes, and resurrect won't work because it doesn't overcome old age either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either reincarnation or a wish spell.
And reincarnation is the problem of come back as some else, and
But
that isn't necessarily a problem.
I mean,
actually.
he's still him, right? He's not like going to be a
yeah,
new
but
person.
reincarnation from what I know of reincarnation in UU setting, they lose themselves over time.
Over time, yes.
So
over time.
So, yeah,
but we don't want him to lose himself.
We
don't want to make him.
Well, and also I don't know if he would choose rebirth like that, or if he would just be happy to go back to his god's heaven because he was getting to go to heaven.
I'm gonna make a little ruling here, just because I don't like how it works at base, and you're free to rebel against me if you want. But I don't like the old age restriction to resurrection. I'm gonna say it doesn't like enhance your lifespan particularly a lot, but dying of old age isn't
you don't actually just die. Yeah, you die of something that is exacerbated by old age.
Yeah.
But... Would let's just hypothetic do a resurrection and a regeneration?
Well,
a regeneration isn't going to help.
It's not going to make you young again.
Yeah, like he is still at risk of dying of air quote old age once resurrected. But again, dying of old age isn't. It's not a thing. You die because of
of something
in your
else.
body
Yeah.
breaking down or things like that.
Yeah.
We
Toby's
have a
trying to say
way
something.
to resolve the dying of old age thing.
No, we don't.
No, we
Yes, we
don't.
Not
do.
with us.
The water.
We
We
don't.
don't have the water.
We
You
have
didn't
it
bring
in the
any
fridge,
water.
though.
No, we don't.
We have
We have
dingus.
We're in a different time
Dingus,
period.
Dingus isn't a Lord of the Fae right now.
Yeah.
You'd have to go back to the future.
Technically, Dingus does have that power, but
That'd be
That's
someone
not.
else's
That's
territory at
somebody
the
else's
moment.
I-
territory.
yeah, I
Well,
wouldn't
we wouldn't-
advise it because you are in periods where Oberon is really active and
We also
Not-
have the
A
secondary
lot more
of
crazy.
nice.
Hey, we
Opening-
could do round 2 of Oberon.
opening a Fey portal with Heya
Yeah,
active at this point.
not
would
a good thing
probably-
either.
This might
Yeah.
hammer
I mean,
down us.
there's
so-
always the really hurry back with Talal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that's why I'm saying I don't know why we're trying to go all the way to the Sphinx's temple, or the Sphinx's temple, because we don't necessarily need to get Talal all the way there. We need to get him out a Sphinx temple is what we need more than anything. So that temple might be the fastest one for us to get him out of without people knowing he's still alive, because we don't want to run him past everybody through this town, right?
Mhm.
So that
Yeah,
might be the reason to go out there, but we don't need his body if we cast True Res.
Yeah,
we
we
don't-
You do. You got to touch a body.
No, you don't.
touch a creature that's been dead for no more than 200 years.
Oh, I thought that was the one you only needed their name.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, no, there is a part that the spell can even provide a new body if the original... No, if the body still exists, you have to touch it.
Yeah.
It can provide a new body if the original no longer exists. The
Oh,
body still
okay.
exists.
Okay, so the body still exists. Okay, so
Does
yeah, so
anyone know
we,
Yeah.
disintegrate?
so we'll have to body nap him.
So
I am not
honestly, we
disintegrating
could
his dead
have
body.
done it
In our time.
our time, but not.
But
Well,
we
no,
had
your
discussed
time would
that
be
it
the
was-
200 years, way
Yeah,
past that limit.
That's
Mhm.
hmm
I mean,
So he has to
Technically-
die. He has to be buried. Then we grave rob him. Excellent.
I mean, technically, the thing if we're using the wish, we actually didn't come back. The actual second part of coming back was to then go forward, was to then get the vault. Because he has access to the vault. Because he was...
Yeah, you can always take him through the Sphinx Temple that he's buried near, and then travel back to the teleport circle and teleport back into the city, and then go back through the front entrance of that Sphinx Temple.
Well, I'd rather
Oh.
go through the time tunnels.
But then
All
we
right,
get to see
I have
Tammy
a,
getting confused
I,
Tammy
I
more.
have a plan. Okay, we have time to feel this out because it's not too good.
I'm going to say as we're talking about this, we're wandering away from the school.
Oh yeah, I assumed you guys were.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're not done
We
with the
bungered
Sphinx.
off.
there's a reason I described your transport options. You're away from Talal's college.
So, on the plus side, we do have the wish because I've got some miraculum that can get rid of their wish permanently.
So
End up rolling that way, but
Actually, he will be aware, so Raziel will warn you. If we are planning to go back through the Sphinx Temple near Talal's burial, multiple meetings of the Sphinx, they tend to become
I have a suggestion for what we
wise
can
to
do.
it.
more dangerous, I was going to say. Their passageways.
Who would be dangerous to us?
Yes.
yes. Although we were told that those two are supposed to go through them, will find the place they go, but
So are we supposed to go through there, or are we predestined to go through another one?
Exactly. I mean, it sounded like Tammy was expecting us back through hers. She did say,
Because she's holding open the way.
yeah.
I have a way.
Oh,
Well, we have
You
to
know
get the
the
water.
way?
We will have to get water from the Fae. That is necessary for what we
Yes.
have to do. It is the only way we're going to be able to ensure that Talal survives the journey and to prevent us from having to do multiple journeys through that Sphinx temple, because it will be nonsense. So we are going to need to go to Brast.
which we
Or-
have.
The other option is we go outside of town. We are going to go find the biggest plant we can. And I am finally going to see that motherfucking tree I wanted to see, and then I will take you into the Fae.
Are you talking Yggdrasil?
In
Unisaf
Oberon's
Black.
Fae.
Yes, the Yggdrasil.
And we're going to steal from the water.
We are going to treat with the Fae.
Oh, fuck.
With an Oberon who's very much a Oberon, not your Oberon that you know.
And it may not necessarily be Oberon. There are many Fey Lords. We just
There are
know.
many that he gave that location that was probably another Fey Lord's at some point. The borders change constantly in the Fey. It could be anybody's territory. We just need to trade somebody for the water.
The is. I'm gonna look at Gifton. I unfortunately do not know the time. Is Tanya active at this point in
She
time?
is.
She should be.
Okay, so we
We're
have
gonna
She is
run into
us,
Titania.
but that only helps us because
Because
that
she is-
means no, it doesn't mean that she will be on our side. It means that she is not dead. So Oberon is not in a frenzy of grief and anger, and he's not going to chase me like I'm a vixen.
that
I
is
mean,
a good
Well,
I don't think he will. All right. So I say what we do. I need to rest.
Do we have to also do that whole charade again of you're the mistress or something?
and frankly,
Unless you
Gifton
want to
gives us
do-
Gifton gives us the capability of doing a quick smash and grab if need be.
I am saying I think Dingus, you could still open the door to my house. Yes? Food room.
Mimi?
Yes, that should still work. The house
Me?
isn't there. Not right now. Not right now.
How did you know that's what I was asking? How did you know that's what I was asking?
It's obvious.
I know my child. Okay. Not right now. When we get someplace nice and safe, you're going to do it. If we do it from Borast, then that means that we could have a safe place to come right back through here without losing any progress for where we are going. Yes. And it means that we would not be immediately bringing a very angry Fey presence somewhere anywhere near your sweet, wonderful hair. Okay?
Me?
Yes, we don't want that, do we?
Mm-mm.
The thing is, you think you can do that?
Me?
Yes, you. You can do that when I ask you to?
Mimi?
Oh, so good. So brave. Give kiss on head. Also, the other option is I can literally teleport in and out of the Fae. I'm kind of connected to it.
Mimi?
So,
Yes, you can too.
just as an honest question,
Mhm.
like this is in character, I'd say it could be any lord or lady we encounter there. Given all of our track records and the track record you guys seem to have had while I wasn't here, how obvious do you think it's going to be? It's probably going to be Oberon.
I don't know. He could be in charge of it. It could be the very sexy wolf Fae.
It's going to be Oberon.
To be fair, RG, we've met 2, 3 significant lords or ladies of the Fae.
There's a very, very large, bristly, shrubbish thing out the gate there you can see. Would that do the trick?
That should do.
Okay then. Right.
But which way do we want to do it? Do we want to tree travel to Yggdrasil? Or do we want to hide a dingus door? Either way, I will want to rest before we trip into the Fae.
Why don't we just hide the dingus stall and rest in that room?
That sounds good.
Would the dingus door draw unwanted attention from a particular goddess?
She does not pry on her people.
Yes, I don't think it'd be too much issue.
I think the biggest thing is if we do it too close to that academy, they might be very curious of what this strange door is.
Why don't we actually head outside the city proper and set it up?
Yes.
That's
Maybe we take one of the chairs and prop it up on the door so it doesn't open.
good plan.
On both sides, actually. That might be a way. I don't know what's going on where my house used to be. Or will be.
It's probably
That's-
wildlands. Like
No, there's a Goliath.
That is a question of what that will be. Okay.
well,
Alright.
there's Goliath tribes.
All right,
They
but
have
I will,
this-
I will remember that bush
over.
over there. I'm going to go over and talk to the bush really quick. Hello, bush. Yes.
Right.
Well, we are friends now.
You head outside the city. You talk to the great big. It's a very prickly bush.
Oh, it's a prickly bush and it has
yeah.
a prickly personality.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And you can walk it for a little bit, past that, and go out into like just basically sandy dunes and shit. You know, there's some rocky outgrowth, so you can hide the door amongst.
All right, I'm going to hold Dingus out forward and go, okay, do it. Make the door.
Me. The door is created.
Ta-da!
Denoran starts to applause.
What? I'm going to open up the door.
Okay, you open the door.
Just wait till you see what's inside.
Immediately, you see the food room, which continues on in its long manner into a void of nothingness. About halfway, it just seems to like stop existing.
The other half door.
Right, so we're going to rest in the nothingness room for a bit, and then we're going to do plan B.
That's terrifying. Okay, Resiel's walking in.
This
Why is it
separate
missing?
from where Merrick goes? By the way, I can't remember.
Merrick says he goes to the food room.
The same one or a different?
No,
one?
he goes to his own.
He
food
goes
room.
to his own
Okay.
food room.
I was just making sure because I don't want the Merrick to be half missing.
Yeah,
They
I
normally
don't know.
pull
Can you
next
pull?
to
Can you
your
pull Merrick out of the
house.
food room right now? That's a real question.
I haven't tried. I wasn't gonna pull him back in this time period.
Yeah.
So
Your
I appreciate
the
you making
other-
me not having to think about things.
The other
Yeah.
door is attached to the wall of your house. A house that does not exist. A wall that does not exist.
This is also a door that doesn't normally exist, but
And now
it forms
because
that location doesn't exist, and this is no longer valid. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I wasn't sure how it would work since my house isn't here.
Me.
I know we can't go home. He's just pleased that I know what he is saying. Pat. All right, well, then don't we rest in this crazy nothingness room for a little bit, and then I will.
I will stay outside.
Okay, good luck with that.
whereabouts are we? We're outside of town, right?
Yes.
Did we go the direction of death?
No.
Because
Oh.
I will say you did not.
okay, because I remember the previous
that's
time.
a
One direction.
scar on the land.
I mean, technically,
No, not that death. There was the direction that was all the invisible death
Soccer
stalkers.
creatures.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, you already passed that section in town because of the border
Yeah.
expansion.
Yeah, I figured it just pushed it out that same direction, farther out. So we did not
You
go
were
out
not
that way.
warned of any such things. So
Okay.
I desperately would like to recover my magical abilities before we go into the
you and me
Feywild.
both.
okay.
You and me both. I
All right.
think we all
You
need a
all
good rest.
bunkered down to rest for the night. Getting plenty of nice sleepy beepies.
Is anyone gonna risk pushing the long rest button to see what happens?
No, I'm
Wouldn't
scared of that
recommend
one.
it.
No.
Should make
And Corvus, you're not taking a long rest?
He's just gonna sit outside for a couple hours.
And then you're going to go in and
Get
rest?
back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gibson's doing her whittling before bed.
Okay.
Look up how
I
this
am
works.
trancing.
Raziel actually puts up a dome of restitude, but he just positions it right up in front of the door.
Mhm.
And then he doesn't bother staying in it himself. Basically just a barrier in front of the doorway.
Keep things from
Yeah.
coming in.
It's a doorstop.
Yeah.
I will have to remember that for next time.
This is a
What
handy
about on
trick.
the other side of the room.
You scared of the
You mean
void,
the room
Cassie?
that doesn't exist.
Yes.
I'm afraid the barrier
Fine.
isn't going to stop anything that might creep in.
Already here.
I wouldn't worry about it. It just looks like your typical temporarily created plane of space.
I'll just stand in the doorway or right behind the door and stand there.
Okay.
Wow, I'm good at rolling badly.
Right. Everyone's able to rest up.
Yay!
Steph,
Woo!
Steph knows sleep well.
My spell slots.
Morning breaks. The room is crumbling away. You're all dying. The Langoliers are coming.
Yay!
Yay.
Yes. Now you're all awake to safety. You're inside the semi room. What would you like to do? You're going to travel to Yes
I
Affleck.
will take everybody outside of the room
Mhm.
and say, okay, so I know that bush nearby. I can bring us back there. Are you good for tree travel to Affleck?
Sure.
As I will tell you, I am not sure of a single tree currently alive that I know, other than that bush over there, and the one by Talal's old house. But I don't think I know.
You are
anybody
coming
else.
back here, yes?
Yeah, you're gonna wanna wander around town.
If you do not mind. Yes, Affleck is of
You have
less
enough
appeal.
gems?
I have many gems.
All right.
This is
Well,
And for
I'm
what
gonna
my
give
gems
Denora
cannot
a
afford,
hug.
my sparkling eyes shall get me.
I'm going to
Remember this
What up?
phrase.
Why don't we send Echo off with him as well?
I fear babysitting her, but sure, I will take her.
She looks just like you.
Like you.
I know it is a good act we have going
and
on.
she doesn't speak any of the language.
I know hello.
Do you want to stay, Echo, or do you want to come with us? You have choice.
I want to go with Corvus.
Well, that is good taste. I smile. All right.
To think those
I'm
words
like,
coming from my mouth.
I'm going to hop up, give him a hug around the neck, a kiss on the cheek, and then I'm going to tuck
just
the
go.
pearl in his pocket. Goodbye.
Do not worry, darling. I have true affection for you. And he's going to squeeze your bottom as he goes past you, Corvus.
His coin purse.
I am jealous of his bravery.
I did not take it that time, as easy as it would be. No one's going to head back to town.
Corvus is pulling out a small vial of white powder that's in his pocket.
Stop doing cocaine, Corvus.
Oh, I'm gonna give him all the cocaine.
Should I also
Alright,
squeeze your bottom? Says Echo Denoran.
Yes, you should.
Echo will squeeze Corvus's bottom.
Great.
I like doing that.
It's soft, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, I'm casting tree travel. Goodbye.
Right. Okay. You all can travel to the Affleck of so long ago.
See, the thing is, that tree is literally the only freaking tree I know in existence that could be alive.
Yeah.
It's smaller, but
it might be smaller, but not in a perceivable sense.
yes, but I figure
Yeah.
I know it well enough that I
Yep.
can still probably go to it.
You are able to travel to that tree.
How many of the underground monsters are around?
Oh, loads.
I'm pretty sure.
Where do we land on the tree? Because I have
I was
no
gonna say, I'm
idea
pretty
where
sure
I
we're gonna
get
be
to.
on the tree, literally.
Yeah, I guess I do get to choose, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's not on fire right now.
Okay, so you emerge from a hole that opens in the tree, this magical portal, stepping out into a village of elves that appear to be situated on one of the tree branches. These elves, wearing very ragged leathers, furs, carrying spears, and having incredibly sharp teeth, look to the strange lizards and drow and so on that emerge from their tree. And there is an immediate yell of alarm, and that's where we will end this week's session.
The one thing I'll do is, as they yell, I'm just going to do the quick hat across face, ta-da.
Even louder yell of alarm.
Because remember, it's not just you change; it's a puff of smoke.
It's a puff of smoke.
Puff, 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 puff of smoke.
All right. We will do it at the same time next week. Everybody take a cool 3,000 experience points. You can all have a point of piety with your favorite deity. And yeah, next time.